You're listening to Power Stance Gaming Podcast, the #1 podcast for gaming and hobby banter, with your hosts, Jacob, Greg, and Muddy.
Alright, g'day everyone, Jacob Connor here for Power Stance Gaming. What a pleasure to be here in our southern studio tonight with my co-host, Mr. David Muddyman.
Frosty.
And Mr. Gregory Millsop.
Gregory trying to stay warm, Millsop.
Trying to stay warm.
How cold's it been?
Oh yeah, it's been cold. I'll give you that, it's been cold. But I don't trust you and weather prognostication. Mr. Oh geez, it's chilly and it's 30
He has
degrees.
been under the weather though, quite literally.
That's true, yeah.
Well, I did visit week and a half ago, country Victoria, like 2 hours southeast of Melbourne.
And you nearly didn't survive.
Holy hell. How do people live there? That's all I can say. Why do you want to live there? Like, even in the pub with the heat cranked up, it was still freezing.
Yeah.
It was
It's
disgusting.
nuts. Like, I grew up in central Victoria, and it gets bloody cold. The pubs, though, had big open fires, and everyone would gather around the open fire back in the day.
So
Well,
that
yeah.
sounds awesome though.
That does sound awesome. No, not with air conditioning. I was there with 2 jumpers and a jacket and a scarf on, and I was still a bit mildly chilly.
Were the locals taking the piss?
I just stayed away from them
Okay, yeah. That's a good plan down in
because
Gippsland.
they're all farmers,
Yeah.
farmer types. War.
While we're on the subject though of you and your life experiences, I've got a bit of a bone to pick.
All right.
So I've sort of adopted some of your philosophies over the time of our friendship, and one of those philosophies is
Just driving on the edge.
driving with a little bit of edge.
Did you get a ticket?
So now Greg's theory is, if you drive with a little bit of edge, the cops leave you alone. And I'm like, all right. So the other night, cruising to the pet store to buy a kitty litter. Long story. And I wasn't in a great frame of mind because it's an 8:30 drive to the pet store to buy a kitty litter.
Yep,
So
yep,
that
yep.
tells you how it's going.
But hang on a second. Who bought the kitten?
I didn't buy it. I adopted it.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, so going through the roundabout on Anzac Avenue, just at Clanger there, and yeah, let's just say I exited the roundabout with both axles in different lanes. That's driving with a bit of edge, isn't it?
It's using the roundabout as a chicane.
Yeah, kinda.
That's
kinda.
edgy.
Edgy. So I wasn't parallel, I was more perpendicular on the exit. And as I exited, I looked up and John Q. Law is driving the other direction. Now, part of me went, do I just floor it and just go for it?
And make a real...
But then I saw the BP service station and I was like, right. And instinctively took a hard right and pulled into the servo. Next thing you know, lights flashing, police cars come back the other way,
Oh no.
straight past.
Oh,
He's gone, wow, that's the most casual looking guy pumping petrol I've ever seen. Surely that's not him.
whoa.
So,
Well done.
yeah, no, I'm calling shenanigans. You're driving with a bit of edge. That's not good advice.
No.
I
However-
don't recommend following it.
I will put a caveat on that. With my driving on with some edge, I am driving cars that are nearly 20 years old.
Okay.
So, I'm not driving a Batmobile, which can fly
So
around.
I'm driving a 20-year-old's car. So,
think-
Yeah.
I get it.
When you're in... Yeah. Your car always feels like it's on the edge. Yours is a bit more modern.
Yeah,
Jacob.
that's true.
Yeah.
So you feel safer, so,
Yeah.
See,
So,
my car can't do that in roundabouts. I can't physically do that.
yeah, physics would take over and you'd start rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My car would fall apart.
You're like one of those, Roadrunner. The coyote doing the...
Yeah.
And the shit just falls apart on him and he's just floating through the air. On a rocket.
So, that's it. That's my bone to pick with you, basically.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. The week hasn't got much better yet, I got to tell you, because tonight my 2-year-old urinated in a cup and poured it on the kitten.
Typical boy antics right there. He's showing that kitten exactly who's boss.
It's one of those things like, as a parent, you like, I don't know what to do here.
Where did he pick that up from?
I don't know.
That's got to be environmental, right?
But he was in the bath at the time.
It's
and
not on TV. It's not on TV.
Yeah, when you see nice YouTube videos of cats, you don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
And he's not been in the wet room. So, I don't know what to...
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well, you have had a good week.
It's been a cracker
And work and
so
everything
far.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so some...
How is the new arrival? How's it all settling in?
Oh, the kitten, yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Climbing curtains yet?
No.
Small packages?
Thankfully. No, actually. Well trained.
Because you keep getting the...
Kitty
Yeah,
litter
the
at
kitty
8:30
litter.
at night.
Anyway, how have you gents been? Let's talk about someone else for a moment.
I'll let you go, Greg Star.
Well, 2 weeks ago to the day, and I was drinking Lemsip in our last cast, feeling a little touch under the weather. Since then, I've been had been diagnosed with pneumonia. So
So yeah, that's fun.
that's, I tell you what, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, pneumonia. It's a bit of a fucker. Just saying, it really gets you in the feels.
And the lungs.
And the lungs, it does. Thankfully, because I didn't know what was wrong with me, so I ended up going to the hospital, and they did some tests, as they do, and the chick said, "Oh, got pneumonia." I said, "All right, sweet. Here's some drugs."
The chick as in the doctor.
The doctor,
Yeah.
Doctor Chick. Yep. That's what she is. That's what she was. Chick. So thanks, Doc, for my medication, but all good now. So 2 weeks down the track, a couple of days off work. Weird taking days off work when you're actually sick. which
I
I've-
hate it.
Which
I
I've
absolutely
rarely done.
hate it.
It's like you've wasted your time. Like, damn it, I might as well just going to work.
Well, no. Well, I'm like, I've got I want to do some hobby and stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm actually pretty rooted.
Yeah.
I need to. So watch Delta Force with Chuck Norris. That was one of the premium movies I watched. Classic, absolute
You
classic.
didn't watch rewatch Aliens?
No, but I did watch Dread for about the 20th
yes.
time.
Yep.
It's not on Netflix anymore.
Is it not?
Sad, yeah. I'm gonna have to actually buy it.
Well,
I'll get the Blu-ray.
Foxtel. You got Foxtel?
Yeah. It's on Foxtel, is
It's
it?
on Foxtel, yeah.
okay.
It's on
It's
there
on
all
the
the time.
internet too.
It is, yeah. But I like to support, dying industries like Hollywood.
They're doing just fine.
So apart from having pneumonia, I did actually get some hobby done on the weekend,
Cool. What'd you get done?
which I've got a bone to pick with one of our favourite retailers, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Yeah. TT Combat, no less.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not
What'd they
TT.
So finally
What didn't they do?
cracked out the distribution depot,
Yeah.
that big kit.
What happened?
Well, and I was like super excited. It's a massive kit.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
massive building.
Yeah.
Right? So looking forward to it. Started into it. I kid you not, every single piece to get off the sprue
Oh, it wasn't cut
is
properly.
a nightmare. Like so it's like almost every piece has got 2 points where it's still attached to the sprue,
Yeah.
and it just hasn't been lasered
Properly.
enough.
Yep.
So every single piece has to be manually cut out.
Painful.
Yeah.
And a
Yep.
kit the size of the depot.
Yes,
That's not fun.
There's
No.
I kid you not, there's like 100 odd pieces to it.
Yeah.
Email?
So last night I was literally breaking it apart, and some pieces just didn't make it. Some pieces just
Did
died.
you email them?
Nah, I can't. What's the point? Just whatever.
No, send them an email.
Yeah, no. Well, I've got a second one. If it's with the second one, then I'll email them
Oh.
because I'm not going to go through the same pain with the depot extension. But God, it's painful. So far, about 2 hours have spent just cracking
Getting
the
it out
bits.
of the-
Yeah. And that's not getting rid of the furry bits.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
left.
yeah, you
That's
gotta
just
pile 'em
gross.
back too.
Yeah, I can't be asked.
Ew.
Can't be asked.
That's just weathering.
Yeah, moss.
That's moss.
As
yeah.
long as it can join, though, that's sometimes the problem with the.
It's joining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's joining, whether it likes it or
Yep.
not.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's getting jammed in there.
It's getting jammed in there. Yeah.
Have you? I didn't see a space marine when I came in the door either.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, so there's a couple of points. First of all,
I think we need a segment, Space Marine update.
The update. Yeah.
well, first of all, the bolt gun that was getting made,
Yeah.
he quietly said to me on his way home today that he doesn't think he's got it right. So I said, "Yep, okay, that's fine."
Did you say that's okay? Because Jacob just sent me a whole bunch of 3D files so you can print one.
No, I
No?
didn't say
Okay.
that.
All right.
No, he's never seen that message in his life. And the only time he'll ever know about it is if he listens to this podcast. hopefully when another 20 years down the track. Anyway, so the bolt gun is going to have to be redone. And the suit, he has started with the chest plate, and he's realised that he's put a bit on back to front, and it's all sticky taped on. So he's just now upstairs with the hobby knife. And I've told him, if you cut yourself, will you get an Uber to the thing? Because we're busy. And Cherokee piped up and said, yep, you get an Uber. I'm not taking a hospital. I said, you'll just learn the hard way. When I was your age, I sliced my fingers to bits and ribbons. Just get the old sticky
Super
plasters. And super glue. Yep.
Super glue and sticky tape.
Yep. Ask the juggler.
Thanks, Brad.
Yep. So yes, that's a suit. There you go. Suit
Oh,
update.
wow. Okay, so but it's still basically under construction.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is very good.
Still thinks he's going to get it done for Comic-Con in September.
I love his optimism.
Yep.
What? Just the bolter or?
No, the full suit.
Oh, the full suit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time it's mentioned, I say it's not going to happen. Oh, Dad, thanks very much for not believing in me. I said, well, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm very much in the realistic.
You're going to be having him at the shrink in no time.
Well, you know where you meet some parents and they're like, oh, my kid's so great at this, and we're not like that at all. We're
I've met a few of them.
We're very much, yeah. We're realists when we come to our kids. We just like...
No sugarcoating.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoat.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
School of hard knocks. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Well, have you painted anything?
No,
or
literally,
have you
no.
Done any games?
Just
or?
up I had pneumonia.
Yeah, no. Oh, okay, all right.
I've watched Dread, I've watched Delta Force,
Okay.
and I've taken 2 hours getting bits of the depot out of the sprue.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's hobby. That's hobby.
Yeah, there you go.
That counts. That counts.
All right. What do you got, Jacob?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, Napoleonics.
Well, that's yeah.
You just assume
It's
every
Napoleonics.
cast Napoleonics.
That's yeah.
I actually had a crack a couple of weeks. I got 4 battalions done, 5 battalions done, and 2 artillery batteries.
That's pretty good effort.
So it's just cranking. I got the system going. Got
Yep.
the production line. Batch painted like a mother.
We're gonna need
Effer.
another day.
Yep. That advice that Trent gave and just dip it, where he said, "Man, batch painting's the worst. Don't spend time on figures." And I'm like, "Yep,
That's it.
sorry."
Just Napoleonics.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I reckon I've hit the halfway mark in the project. So
What? Holy
Yep.
moly.
That's hey. What are you? Half empty? It's half full.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half full,
so
bro.
by my count, I've got
Gotta sugarcoat it, man.
4 more French infantry and 2 French cavalry.
Yep.
And the French are done.
Oh, he's
Oh,
working
easy.
on the French. Yeah.
And
he likes,
I've
he
done-
likes working on the French.
6 British and 3 of their light
Can you
cap.
get some the
and done.
German conscripts?
Hanoverians are done. They're finished.
Oh, he's got all the conscripts out. Yeah, thanks.
Achtung!
Yeah,
Nine!
yeah, yeah.
Nine!
We not go.
You're the one that refuses to play the French, not me.
Oh, I'll tell you, the other thing I binged on when I was off, Band of Brothers. Oh, so
I haven't.
So good.
Which one?
the first one.
First one, not the
Normandy.
Pacific. Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good.
I watched that ages ago.
Mental.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty
they were
good.
both.
It's one of those
really
things
good
that once
series.
it's on, you just can't stop it.
Yeah,
Like, fuck.
yeah. That'd be a good background one, right?
I was
When you're hobbying. Oh
Yeah.
no, you had the pneumonia, but
Yeah.
when you
It is, yeah, I have it. It's quite often in my background noise.
I got the wrestling on.
How do you get any work done? Oh my goodness!
It is hard. It's like, ooh, you hit him in the chair.
You'd have to look up every 2 seconds to see if they're actually doing anything. Or
Yeah.
just stand around.
Because they do a lot.
How was that ladder move with old mate?
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
I know.
No, that would hurt.
I told you it was yeah. The ladders doing that just no way. No thanks.
Why would
No
you?
thanks.
I don't get it.
No, well,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
body's just not built for
No.
that.
No.
And in 20 years' time, they just disintegrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So-
no amount of money you could pay me.
Well, they do. They obviously do get a lot, but you got to get there though.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the bit.
You got to
how many
waste yourself
bumps-
to get there, and then
how
when
many-
you're at the top, they're going to go right. Well, now we're going to throw you on a fucking ladder. I'm like,
Yeah, like how many bumps have you taken
No.
just to get to that position to get some coin?
They probably said, look, if you do that, there's a Hollywood contract in for you. You know what I mean? That's probably the only thing that'll probably, you go, yeah, all right then.
But you know what? People do this on every Friday, Saturday night, and they don't get paid,
yeah, that's just the valley.
Down the valley.
and they don't know how to take a bump properly or anything.
Yeah.
They just go in. Oh yeah, get hit with a chair. Oh yeah. KFC, Kalanga.
The other thing I did was I had a couple of games with JT at the last shed sesh. Got some Fallout.
Oh, you guys played Fallout. That's,
Under the
I
belt?
nearly forgot about. Yes.
Yeah.
right.
So that was good.
Yep.
Got munted.
You
Big time.
did.
Oh, really?
You did.
Yeah, there was one stage where I had
70-30.
the paladin with his Gatling laser.
Yeah.
5 shots, 2 actions.
You were
And it was
excited about him
miss,
too.
miss.
I watched
miss,
that.
Miss, hit,
It was.
and he made the armor save.
Yeah. I watched that.
Dice,
And
eh?
I'm like, oh my
Dice.
goodness, it was so bad.
The board looked good though.
The board did look good.
Yeah.
We had the TT suburban stuff in
Yeah.
like a cul-de-sac. So all that houses
Did
around
it all
the
punch
Yeah.
out okay though?
Some of it was,
Some of it was
rough.
a bit rough.
Yeah.
All right.
But I got my little coping saw.
Yeah.
I find that just get that in the
I
slot.
want to get
and
the pool. I got a pool sitting there. I'm gonna crack open one day.
the pool's good kit.
Yeah, because I got that because you had it, and I was like, yeah, that does.
The
look
pool
pretty
does
cool.
look-
You got to get the water effect
Fantastic.
in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The water effect.
Speaking of terrain, I just put in an order today through Mighty Ape
Yeah.
to get some more of that Amera plastic vacuum form plastic terrain stuff. You know, like the little plastic sheets that have the
Yeah, yeah.
molded.
But what of? Creators?
No,
That's
I
the
got
typical.
well, I already got 4 of their river sections, so I got 2 of the 45-degree ones, so I can put it on like an angle at the edge of the board.
Right, I got
Because
you.
that'll be an objective in our Napoleonic game.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
There'll be
yeah.
a bridge over the river you got to take.
You were banging on about that bridge the last game a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
You'll like doing a Game of Thrones with lots of subtle hints.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I got some thing. Oh damn! Oh, hills.
What? Just normal hills?
Just normal hills. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
But they're so cheap.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
they've just got I just got the emails today. They've got a big sale on terrain.
yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully that worked out okay for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, but it's good. So I've had a couple of big hills, a couple of little hills, and
Yeah.
the river. So
Cool.
just to flesh out the board, because the
Yeah.
G-Dub hills are just too big. You know, they sit like about
Yep.
4.5 inches.
Well,
high.
last game we used. I don't know where I got those ones from though.
Yeah, your
They're
little
so
plastic
old.
hills as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I had them well before the G-Dub
G-Dub
brought out
ones.
those ones.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
So that's fun.
Did you just play that one game?
No,
That-
we had something else. I can't remember.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yep.
Yep.
I'm just trying to remember the other the barn. Did you go to the barn?
No, I missed that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened at the barn?
Just
Had a
a question for you about Fallout. Have you played with the AI element of it yet?
Yeah. No, I played a single player game a while ago. Yeah.
Yep. And how did it play out?
It thrashed me.
Do you have to roll dice for it?
Yeah.
And you still managed it.
Yeah.
Were you tempted at all just to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just. That was
Ignore
cocked.
that. Yeah.
I was tempted, but then I'm like, then at that point it's just masturbation, really.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? What have you?
I'm
Game-wise.
just gonna pull up my notes
What
because I have.
are you on
I
about?
get timing. I have a decent memory, but trying to put things in some sort of an order can sometimes be difficult.
Great. Nice when you got the notes.
Amazing radio
No,
here.
so realistically, I'll just go through it. The only thing I've actually played was Horizon Wars.
Horizon Wars. Now tell us about
I've
Horizon
played
Wars.
3 games over a shed and a barn. Shed and a barn? Shed and a barn.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so miniature agnostic,
Ooh.
big stompy robots, epic type game. You're
Yep.
10 mil, super simple, but you get the feel of it without 700 charts, without having to mark down. Oh, that's his left arm and that's his right arm and anything like that.
Yep.
And you basically just mark everything on a robot or a unit's card.
Yep.
It's actually really simple, and even the dice, it's really different. Even the dice mechanic, you roll up how many dice you've got to say make the attack, and you measure the distance between you and the unit that you're trying to shoot at, and then you have anything else that adds to that, and then you add from memory the target's defense to the length.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that's the number you need to score on the dice. So if you've got 7 attacks and I need a 19, you've got 7 dice to reach 19.
Oh, right.
And the more times you get to 19, that's the more hits you do.
Right.
You've got
So if you rolled 38, that's 2 hits.
Hey?
Is that right?
No, so like yeah. So if you got to so that'd be 2 hits if you could do that on the 7 dice. But then the other guy has in his defense tokens, he might have 2 markers on his defense tokens, right? And you'll roll 2 dice. If any of those numbers match a number on those dice that the attacker's rolled, you just take them off.
All right.
It's really
That's an interesting mechanic, yeah.
It's really quick and simple. But Greg, I'm telling you, this will give you. You've already got all the models. That's the you've got it all. It's epic without. I don't know what epic plays like. We haven't played it because you haven't bought it.
What?
Titanicus.
I've got Epic in there. We should do that for a retro game review.
We could totally do that.
That'd be so good.
I'd be really intrigued to see you play Horizon Wars.
Well, maybe we should do both. Maybe we should review Horizon Wars and then retro review of Epic.
Yeah, because you don't. I've never played Epic because it's just we've never been able to figure out a time for it. But this is a game you can literally pick up, play, and come back to, and it's not a lot to have to remember.
So with Horizon Wars, is it just mechs or is it troops,
Nope.
tanks?
Infantry, tanks, aircraft. Big Mike's had a look at the rules.
Stop it! You're
And
talking filthy talk to me.
The aircraft look pretty cool. The rules for the aircraft.
Yeah. But he's retrofit it to maybe do space fleet battles with the same core system.
All right.
Yeah. So
Jeez, I love Big Mike.
I know he's so fucking
Ah,
handy. I
sexy.
think this is your fit.
Yep.
Like I don't really try to push you on to anything. I really think you should try this game.
No,
Greg?
Big Mike was hitting me up and he was like,
The
straight
first
away.
time I played it, I went straight away. This is Greg because
Yeah.
it's not heavy. You just walk away from it.
Mm.
You don't have a headache
Yeah.
playing it.
Well, nor did you
or
have with
stressing.
Epic. Epic was a piece of piss back in the
No,
day.
there's no charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. I really do.
Yeah. Well, that's notch that one down for review later this year, I think.
Sounds good.
Yep. So, Big Mike, you better get painting, buddy.
Speaking of Big Mike, we might drop it now. Our next episode, our final episode before the mid-season break,
Oh yeah.
will be our live play RPG episode.
Can we just refresh me what the setting shall be?
I believe we're playing in Mick Molyneux's Judge Dredd setting.
So I'm gonna have to go rewatch that movie. So good. Get the feel.
Don't
Get-
watch the Stallone one. Just saying.
No, watch the new
Oh
one.
man,
Yeah.
I based
Yeah,
my character on Rob Schneider's character, and that was who I was going to play
I
in
can't.
that. Damn
That's
it!
so long ago I've
Such a
seen
douche.
that.
I know it was on TV the other day and I
it?
actually watched it.
Of course you did.
It's terrible.
Watched it.
It's
really
so
bad?
bad.
Such a Dread fan, I had to watch it.
Yeah.
It was on, I was
You know
like,
what I
"Oh,
do?
watch it."
I do rate though. While we're on Stallone films from the '90s, Demolition Man.
Oh, totally.
How good is it?
Totally. And the shells? What
Yeah.
do you use the shells
That's
for?
the one where they're in they got frozen or something.
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
And then they
Best.
come back, and then the future has no idea how to deal with bullies.
yeah,
Yeah. One of the
Feels
best.
like our world a little bit.
Hey, we put posters up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
know, but it's like a bully tart. Anyway,
One of the best movies ever, I have to say.
Oh, I wouldn't
Demolition
go that
Man.
far,
Yeah,
but-
totally. Yep.
best movies ever.
One of the best. I said one of the best.
Yeah.
Totally.
I can see it. You've got Citizen Kane, Demolition Man. Yeah, yeah, they're in the same league.
Anyway,
Totally.
I just want to quickly point out, I've also been doing a bit of painting. I think I put up the photos today. I think I need a little bit more scatter terrain, but I think the Necromunda board's pretty much done.
Ooh,
I've got some more TT stuff that I've got to silos and stuff to put around, but I
Yeah.
think it's pretty much done. Painting Gauls still for our Hail Caesar game.
looking forward to that.
Yeah. Which I need some Roman generals for. Wink, wink at Jacob.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a review game?
I don't think it needs to be. I just want to play a game of it.
Rules wise, it's very similar to
Yeah.
Black Powder.
I think I
Right.
said that in the review,
Yeah.
right? They're kind of similar. There's some.
I'm
there
thinking,
are some-
sorry, I'm thinking of Gangs of Rome. That's
No,
what
I haven't got that.
Yeah, no,
I
that's the
haven't
one
got
I'm thinking
that.
of.
I think-
That's a skirmish game.
Structurally, army-wise, and thematically, army-wise, they're a little different, but
It's-
core
yeah.
mechanics is
Because
crazy.
obviously there's no black powder.
Yeah.
So there's obviously some differences and whatnot, but not a lot.
But take out cannons, put in onagers.
Yeah. Damn onigers killing Spartan generals and shit.
Yeah, I love it.
Jerk.
Love it.
Painted the British Colonials.
Nice.
I nearly finished the
Nice.
second unit of that.
I did succumb while we're on it. I purchased
Chosen Men.
Chosen Men. Yep.
Have you got it?
No, it's still coming. It's shipped on Friday. So as soon as we get it, I'll definitely do an order for some Victrix Frenchies.
I've got
What are you talking about?
So Chosen Men is a
just
skirmish
got
game.
He's got no neckbeard DNA, bro.
I know.
Why do we put up with him?
So yeah, it's 28 mil Napoleonic skirmish game.
Oh, right.
And I said
okay.
to Muddy,
By
I
Osprey.
wouldn't buy it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Osprey.
yeah.
right.
Because there are a couple kicking around now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Skirmish games in that setting. I know Victrix had one, but they that was actually for their 54 mil range.
Yeah.
So-
But yeah, it's by Mark Latham. So he's the guy that did Walking Dead while at war,
Oh.
and he's the guy doing Skyrim for Modiphius.
Ooh, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it should be interesting to have a look at. But yeah, I told Muddy I'd never get a 28 mil army,
Yeah, there he is.
but if I get 100 odd minis,
He's already up to 2 boxes. That's like 100 miniatures from Victrix.
well, I don't need to
Bloody
paint them all, do I?
There's at least 48 in a box
Yeah, it's 48
Yeah?
each. Yeah.
from memory.
So if I get an old guard and a middle guard,
Yeah.
So
So
for
you might as well
the
just get an army now.
completely uneducated neckbeard beardism, so Napoleonic's right.
Yeah.
Mass battles. So was there much in the way of skirmishes?
There's
I mean, I would've
oh
thought-
yeah,
There'd be
Totally,
scout battles, I would have thought.
yeah.
Would
Well,
that be right?
that's pretty much what the rule sets is all about.
Yep.
Is that it's the skirmishers meeting. So, on the farmhouse at the edge of the battle, you know,
That's how half the battles. There's a farmstead. They send the quick reaction forces
your
or
light
scouts
infantry, yeah,
to take it, and then there's a fight to get the farm, and then someone will send more troops to reinforce to try and hold the farm, and then someone, well, crap, we've got to send some too. It
escalates.
Even the ancient stuff was the same, you know.
Yeah.
Scouts stumbling around in the fog and bumping into each other.
So yeah, I think it'd be good. But they're just really nice kids.
Yeah.
Those middle guard kits that can go.
You need a reason to buy
Oh.
them. That's what I find.
Yeah.
Like you're almost looking for a reason. Well, like with the British, my British for the American War of Independence. So those miniatures just look cool. So then I'm looking around for a rule set realistically to play them, just so I could buy those miniatures. And now I've got a reason to buy my 28 mil Prussians.
Such a crackhead.
But you could use you could play the War of Independence using Chosen.
Yeah,
Men.
I think the first game when we have we just do a tester,
Yeah.
will be that.
Yeah.
And then if it's got legs, I'll be like, yep. Because like you said, you only need a box or two.
Yeah.
And you can play around with it. And then if you want to fill it out a little bit more,
Yeah.
fill it out a little bit more.
So for the skirmish level, you've got Chosen Men, and then what was the rule set you were going to play?
You've caught me out. I know there was another rule set that I just cannot think of at this point.
Yeah, but it was like an Osprey type situation.
I'm pretty sure that was
A standalone
Rebels
book.
and Patriots.
Yeah.
Off the
Yeah.
top of my head. Rebels and Patriots. Yep. Ooh,
So have you got the rule set for that? Have you
I
actually got that
do.
book? You do?
I do.
Interesting. I wonder how it'll stack up against Chosen Men.
We might have to do a battle of the skirmish Napoleonic books.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
like it.
interested to hear how it all plays out.
Just want to say too, I've been painting a War Master.
How's that go? That would
I'm
be
painting
very
Saurus
quick,
again. This
I
is
imagine.
crazy. I'm painting Saurus.
Is it quick?
Yeah, heaps quicker.
Yeah.
But I haven't been going too crazy because I've been busy with work and everything else. I just sit there and go, okay, I'll do a stand. It's 6 tiny little 10 mil Saurus.
So,
Are you
what's that?
painting them at work?
No, I'm painting them at home.
All right.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't take them because if I drop them,
They're gone.
I don't know if I'd find them.
Yeah, gone
Yeah. Yeah.
The next
You got
dude in the car will be like, "Oh, what's this in my ass?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably have
totally.
an accident because
Yeah.
the Saurus spears in his ass.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah. But no, that's me. That's me.
Cool. That sounds
That's
good.
lots.
I'm looking at you, Greg Star. Horizon Wars.
Yep.
I swear to God.
Okay.
Look, was I right about Rumble Slam?
Oh no, totally. I know. I get it. Like
I got
it's,
it.
it's
I got you.
I'm already 70% of the way there. All it's got to be is just not be clunky, and I'm sold.
There's no clunk.
And it sounds like
Zero
it's,
clunk.
There's
Yeah.
no clunk. Like
Yeah.
we
I
punched
learned the
out
rules
two-
playing Fallout beside them.
Yeah. I think we played 2 games while you played. I played a game
One
of
game of
Fallout.
Fallout, yeah.
It's super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't used the aircraft yet.
Although I'm saying it now, it's still going to be a while before I go to the shed sesh. Like I'm serious. Like until spring comes along, and it warms up, you won't get me a shed sesh or a barn sesh for that matter.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It was actually quite nice by the fire
It was awesome.
at the last
It was awesome.
shed. Yeah.
Yep.
Big
Fire
open
going.
fire.
Beers,
Yep.
games,
Yep.
Yeah.
good company.
But it's still cold. Just saying.
It really wasn't.
At some point, you have to walk away from the fire.
It really
At
wasn't.
some point, you have to walk away.
To get
While
in
it's
the car with the
Actually,
going.
it wasn't. It was right behind me where I was playing my game.
Yeah,
At
you had
some
the best
point-
seat in
I
the
did
house,
have the
yeah.
best seat.
you got to go for a leak, or you got to go to your car to go home.
Well, you don't have to. If you're scared of the possums, you don't have to. You just got to
Wait,
hold it.
that's not an irrational fear.
There he is again. He's coming. Oh, no, he's fucked off again. No. We'll get him next
I
time.
need to take Finn who can throw a cup of piss at it.
Fight fire with fire.
That's it.
Chemical warfare.
Drink your water, Finn. We got to drive to go.
I'm going to hydrate you.
All right, Greg, I believe you've got some news for us.
Oh, I do indeed.
Well, let's get into it.
Hit the music.
All right, what's in the news this week, Greg?
Well, I've got a couple of, shall we say, popular culture ones to touch on, first of all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
First one is, I'm sure you're super excited, Money, about this one, the Dark Crystal remake.
Yes, friends with the Skeksis. Yes.
So, looking forward to take the kids to the remake.
I tried to get them to watch it many eons ago, and me and my wife loved The Dark Crystal. It's actually one of the few movies we actually agree upon that we actually enjoyed. They were not, but the kids were not keen. I don't know how they'd go with the new one. I haven't watched any of the trailers because once I saw it, I was like, oh, it's like a new set of rules that I'm waiting to come out. It's like, I'm not going to beta it. I'm not going to sit there and go through all the bits. I want to wait and just go. And then I'm not going to read the reviews. Beat over that. I'll wait.
Ooh.
You know what? I've never seen Dark Crystal.
Oh! How have we not done a movie night with this squeezer?
Yeah.
Aliens followed by the
a
Dark
classic.
Crystal.
I must
what do you
admit-
reckon start with the Dark Crystal?
I already watched Aliens.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is he,
He didn't like it.
I think he...
Oh, that was
You know what?
Colonial
Okay.
Marines, man. Just
It's
say
okay.
Colonial Marines.
I reckon he just YouTubed
You
it.
cannot say that those
Got
two
the
words enough.
highlights.
Totally. And yeah,
Yeah.
read the reviews. Yeah.
no.
Siri,
I watched
what
the
do you
whole thing.
think of Aliens? I think it's crap. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. So I might need to watch that because that was a thing I just completely missed growing up. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I must say, I've watched it. I'm not as big a fan as you. I mean, it's kind of creepy. It's a creepy movie.
Yes.
What's the matter? Well, I can't remember his first name. Hansen. What's his?
Oh, no, I'm not going to remember the name.
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson.
I
That's
think.
it.
Yeah.
Jim Henson, the Muppet creator. He
Yeah.
did all the puppets.
Oh, it was so cool.
The big white rabbity flying thing.
Yeah. It was
The
some
big
weird
ears.
shit in it.
Wasn't that
Man, it's
Never-Ending-
trippy.
Yeah.
Never-Ending Story?
Hey?
Oh no, it was mine. But yeah, you're right.
No, what were the big lumbering things? Those guys.
Oh no, I've got
They
mixed
were the
up.
old guys. I'm thinking of the old guys.
Oh right. Okay.
They're real slow, and then they'll.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jacob, and it's like, yeah, he hasn't actually watched.
Well,
it.
anyway, very exciting that's coming out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the second one I've got is,
Ooh.
is an interesting one.
Is this a?
I saw it on Discovery Channel. The young fella was watching it. I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So I
Yeah.
sat and watched this documentary with him. Again, when I was off sick. A lot of time watching TV. So it reminded me of Captain America Civil War, believe it or not.
Okay, yeah.
So a couple of years ago, Baltimore Police Department, in their wisdom, decided to send up, without telling anybody, send up a plane that would fly 20, 30,000 feet in the sky and record the whole city with high intensity cameras. Now, I don't know if do you know about this?
Yeah.
Really interesting story. So anyway, the long and the short of it was recording all crime in inverted commas, and if the cops came across like a dead body, this was the example they used, came across a dead body, didn't know what happened, so they zoomed in on this footage that they had of this plane flying around and found that he was murdered by drug gang, and then they could they saw the actual murder happening, then retrace the steps of the two people that did it to the drug lords, and basically got this whole network of drug people.
Assuming the civil libertarians would have gone, this is bullshit. But
they went nuts.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the civil libertarians. Basically, all the constitutionalists were saying this is such a violation of our rights.
But it could
this
have
is
solved
above and
all
beyond.
these things.
But see, that's the thing. The argument behind is like, okay, so the NSA, all the emergency powers that they get after 9/11, that's one thing. But this is a city's police force taking it upon themselves. Baltimore's a big city with lots of crime. But even then,
bad freaking crime.
it's different when a municipal police force is using this extrajudicial surveillance.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing.
Totally Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh,
Interesting. So they put it on ice.
pretty cool, but
Put it on ice for 2 years, and they've just restarted it again this year. Now, and then the reason why I guess they've got the people back on side and the civil libertarians and all that sort of stuff is because they're using it as a double-edged sword in that, yes, we're getting the bad guys, but guess what? We're also monitoring our police force.
Yeah.
So they're using it to say if there's any bent cops or any cops that are doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
the civil libertarians are hilarious. As long as they can try and catch a dirt like a cop,
Yep.
they're happy for it to go ahead.
Yep.
It just calls it like, which you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it's very interesting where their heads at. Instead of just we've got like their murder rates and is just if it's anything like Chicago and what, it's ridiculous.
It is. Apparently, it's a very dangerous city.
Baltimore's a city with a very high African American population,
And
and all the crime that come along with the loss of employment and the low income.
There's 1,000
and
reasons
all that
for
things
it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a shithole. And
But-
so how do you fix it?
Well, how do you fix it?
You fly a plane 20,000 feet in the sky
That doesn't
and
have
record everything.
It would. It does, because then those people are now no longer able to commit those crimes. But you need another measure, but in with that helps to get that place out of that revolving door.
Well, I got a friend who thinks that redistribution of wealth from the wealthier classes to the lower classes, and perhaps the government coming in and starting to run a lot of these enterprises.
Government running things, that never works.
No, socialism. I mean, you got to give socialism a proper go.
Yeah, right. How's that worked around the world? It's working real good.
Anyway, I just thought it was very
Hey, you mix
interesting.
that with nationalism, nationalist socialists, they get shit done.
Yeah, the nationalists do. They so get it done. You fucking do this or you're out. And when they say you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
You're tapped out.
They don't muck around.
Yeah.
They send you to a camp in Poland.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say
And then you got to
that
do it
on the
anyway.
cast.
Tell you, Band of Brothers is fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
When they liberate the.
Anyway, where's this story going? Come on.
No, I just thought it was very interesting that here we got a movie that's set in the future or quasi-future,
Yeah.
and it's happening right now.
2015.
But aren't they the best stories?
Yeah.
You got to have an element
Yeah.
of truth, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
big
well,
time
see, if
element.
they had 20mm cannons on this plane around Baltimore,
Th-
that'd be
yeah,
a different story.
yeah,
That's the next
that's
step.
cool. But I think it's only a matter of time before it happens. That stuff happens all around the world.
Nah, I want judges.
Oh yeah. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
We already argue about, I'm sorry, how many times do you see these videos of a cop pulling someone over for speeding and they're like, who are you to tell me? You haven't got the right to pull me. And it's like, and eventually they have to smash the window and drag them out.
They're the best ones.
What are you doing? Police brutality.
I know my rights.
Yeah. And you're like,
Just set your lawgiver to high X and pull the
you
trigger.
can have
Yeah.
a judge now?
Done.
Just
Done.
execute.
Hey, they'll shut up real quick.
Well, interesting you should say
It's true,
that
though.
because on the old interwebs, I did come across a new Judge Dredd sculpt that's being produced by Warlord.
Warlord's one, yeah.
in one of
it's on
the-
way.
One of the UK
Hey,
cons.
when are we doing strontium dogs?
That'll be
You've had
soon.
plenty of time off with your sickness.
Well, since Jacob reads the rules, we're good to go.
I read the rules and I got them. They're good. They're ready.
They're
to go.
really good.
Have you painted all the minis?
Yep.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's do
Have
it.
you?
Yeah.
All right, in
So
our
done.
mid-season break, that's the plan.
All right.
We'll come back
All right.
fresh.
Sounds
The
good.
Strontium Dogs review.
Yes.
Well, I think what we
Well,
want
he's
to
got
do
a
was
deadline now.
play the Wild West games because there's another Wild West rule set we're going to
yeah,
play.
the historical one, the ancients. No, the
Yeah.
G-Dub one.
Yeah, Legends of the Old West.
Yeah, that's the one.
But I think Strontium Dogs takes priority now.
No, I think it'd be nice to
Yeah,
see.
He doesn't want
I
to
think
paint
it takes
it.
No,
priority.
it'd be really good because it's got that Wild West feel. It'd be good to play all the Wild West
Oh,
games.
you want to go
and
back to
then-
back?
Ah.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Well,
Like,
we'll have time in the break, so we'll see what we
Yeah,
get up to.
alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, and I guess, I mean, I didn't know what they were going to look like, the Dread Minis. But first of all, they're really good. They're based on the current aesthetic, which is the big gold shoulder pads, and I suppose a more, not roided up, but more muscular
Goliath.
physique. Yeah, as opposed to the modern Dread movie that maybe the Carl Urbans that people may have seen and may associate with the Dread character. So yeah, so he's there, Dreadmeister, with his lawgiver, with his nightstick in hand, ready to take on some perps.
Very nice. It's a
Deal out
bit.
the
It's a
justice.
bit Freudian. His big nightstick and the way he's holding it.
Nothing wrong with a nightstick.
Yeah. So we're getting those perps and the
Yep.
fatties
Yep.
and the little
Get it.
wheelies. That's legit. That's not taking the mickey. That's
No, I've often taken a
legit.
nightstick to a fatty.
Are you saying you hit that guy at the painting thing?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
The one that you said that couldn't breathe going up to get the
I just
awards.
recommend-
I
just
just described it as McDonald's challenge.
I just
That's a T-shirt.
I just said I recommended he sit more to the front. That's all I said.
I'm picturing a Big Mac with a couple of
Yeah.
paintbrushes stuck in it.
Have you not seen a fatty in Dread? Do you know? So what they're so fat they've got to have a fat wheel. They've got a little wheel that sits in front of their belly. So when they walk around, they got this little wheel supporting their like a Zimmer frame for the belly.
I see them at the food court all the time.
In Motown. Yeah.
Fucking fatties everywhere.
Like I said, like
With wearing Under Armour and like yoga pants and shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to think, how the fuck do they get in those yoga pants? Like Lycra
Maybe
has
they
a point where
maybe
it
they
stops
got
stretching.
in them once and they've just never gone.
They couldn't get them off. Like, oh, I wear yoga pants now.
Wait till they break.
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Jared, get the scissors.
Now this is one I
Cutting
reckon.
off my circulation.
This is one I reckon's for
Get me
you,
the scissors.
Jacob.
Sorry, the podcast juice is kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is you're a resident gamer, like as in computer gamer. So
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come clean. I have not played video games since the summer school holidays.
Oh, you've just burst the bubble now. Now all
Because-
the viewers know you're fake.
Of
We
painting
just said you're a
Napoleonics.
professional.
Painting Napoleonics.
Yeah,
That's
that's
taking
a
up
good
all
boy.
my time.
Yeah. What were you doing, Mister? Lying around in bed all day. You could have been playing video games.
watching Delta Force.
You got
could've
some.
jumped.
You got some good ones down there.
You could have jumped on our neckbeards online.
Yeah, pass.
Is that Wildlands?
They're not mine.
a
They're
cracker.
kids' games.
You should play Wildlands to get some inspiration for D1Z.
There you go. There you go.
I just get shot all the time by sniper.
Yeah, it's
As soon as I like
special forces
spawn,
team in the Bolivian
poof.
jungle taking out drug lords.
It'll make you think about your rules mechanics.
I might-
I can't make snipers
I
too
play
good.
that.
It's got
I might
and,
take a
and a
look at it.
drone that they used to. Yeah,
What's that
it's
called? I didn't even know we had
Wildlands.
that.
Is that the one on Top Money? Is that Wildlands?
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. Oh, this is just a Delta 10 ripoff. Look at them. Yeah. Oh, they got motorbikes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You need motorbikes.
I might have to play it. Sounds good.
You need motorbikes.
I do need motorbikes.
Yep.
That's the major stretch goal. That one.
Yeah,
Right. Anyway, so gamer Jacob,
yeah, yeah.
IDW, who also made Batman the animated series
Yep.
board game,
Mm-hmm.
are coming out with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like it was big back in the day, wasn't it?
Metal Gear Solid is huge, but it's one of those games that I think the guy that makes it, Hideo Kojima, he's just got this reputation for being like an auteur, like game director. And he goes off in all these really weird storylines, plot lines, and visually they look really good, but it's basically an interactive movie nowadays instead of
Oh.
a story. So, yeah.
Is that a common thing from beyond the pond?
Well, this is Japanese.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely for people that aren't used to Japanese styles of games.
We've talked about some of the movies
Yeah.
and why it's such a weird for us seeing it. You kind of
Well, it's literally foreign.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think there's a lot of sort of expectations that as a gamer you pick up a game called Metal Gear Solid and looks like the Special Forces guy with a robot arm.
I thought it was a big stumpy
And
robot.
then you spend 2 hours in a hospital bed while the story plays out around you, and you can't
What?
actually do anything. Yeah, that was the Phantom Pain, the last one that I played, and yeah, legit, the first 2 hours of the game was like no gameplay.
but it's still popular in over here and
yeah, I think so.
yeah.
So do you think that would the way?
Well, no, I imagine in a board game.
I was going to say, yeah.
they're going to focus on the stealth
No,
combat
you gotta
mechanics. Yeah,
just set your meeple down and you walk away for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And come back. And the board's magically changed.
yeah. You go to this square and it's like open the rulebook to page 71 and read chapter 3. It's
Yeah.
like
Uh,
yeah.
I think it'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll be interested to see how it pans out, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I'm not an expert on those games. It's really kind of put me off
Yep.
that stuff. So
Not your genre.
no, not really. Yeah,
Well, I suppose one to watch could be a smoking little ember.
Maybe that
drops into-
Kickstarter one. That you watched the video for. Maybe that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that was a computer game though.
Yeah. Well, they might make that a board game too.
It was a good computer game though, or console game, whatever you want to call it.
really don't think it was.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. Next up. Now, I can't remember if we talked about this during the Black Powder review, or if we knew about it. But anyway, it came up on my news feed that Black Powder is developing Rourke's Drift, which is the Zulu, the movie.
I thought
Zulu.
that was already a thing.
Yeah, so they've already got the Zulu source
Yeah.
book.
That's already there.
So is this another source book?
I
For
thought it was a
Rourke's Drift,
two-player
or-
start set.
Well, it's
Oh,
called.
is it?
Nah, I thought there was a two-player starter set for it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm big. What are they actually?
This is a two-player starter
Or
set.
maybe I was wrong. I thought there was already one. I already thought there was one.
No, it's just coming out. This
no,
is
I
just a
don't
couple
think
weeks
so.
ago.
Oh, there you go.
I could be
Yeah.
again. I could be wrong,
Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah,
And it'll have named characters in it, so with special stats, I guess,
Yeah.
or boosted stats to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So, my name is Michael Caine. I imagine will be in there.
oh, you want to be?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. It's a fascinating bit of history. Rourke's Drift.
Brilliant movie,
Yeah. So
which I'm sure is totally true.
yeah, I'm sure. Be
But yeah,
interesting to see. So that's the thing, like playing, Waterloo, British versus French. You're gonna have very similar armies. Playing the Zulu
Completely
against,
different.
the British army in that period. Again, I mean, we're not talking a huge jump in time, but we are talking a huge jump in military advancement from, the Napoleonic War to the late 1800s in Africa. So, yeah.
It would suck being the Zulu player because you're going to lose every time.
No,
Every
there's so
single
many
time.
of them.
You're going to lose
Do
every
you know
time.
what happened at Rourke's Drift?
Yeah. The movie says they won.
The British won.
Yeah. Yep. Walked away. Few injured. Couple of flesh wounds here and there. Couple of scratches. Laughing. Easy peasy. Bring it on.
Don't break his heart.
As
I don't think, Muddy, it's not.
as we used to say, buckets of bullets are buckets of bullets. You need buckets of bullets.
Yeah.
It's like the Japanese.
hmm
They didn't have enough rounds for the Japanese. You couldn't get them all. There's too many.
Hmm.
It's the same sort of scenario.
Yeah.
And then next thing you got a stick in your guts.
And the thing, too, like a culture that is not afraid of death. Like
Well, they did used.
the Zulu.
They'd beaten all the other African tribes up.
Yeah.
They handled them, but they lost. They did win. There was wins and losses, so they did.
Yeah.
They all, everyone's got their breaking point.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But Rourke's was a win for the
Zulu.
When I went there, I got to saw some of the sites from that period, and one of them there was a model. They'd set up a model with like little tiny 6 or 10 mil miniatures with literally all the Zulus and the British.
Oh, big diorama.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, one of the different. I have to say, the different tribes. You know how I don't know all the other tribes, but the Zulus wiped out basically the tribes. But there's obviously still some of them there. if you watch the dances between whatever these other tribes were, like their little dances and the Zulu dances, completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. And I guess that gives you a bit of a mindset to the difference, how they did things, did business. The other ones were cool. It was almost like watching a Hawaiian sort of dance.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then you get to the Zulu dances, and it's like the haka, but like with lots of jumping and stuff going on. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Gonna cut your head off, man.
Yeah, a bit more, like a lot more energy doing the dance. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, cool.
Mm.
All right.
bit of
Now this is one for you again. You're getting spoiled
I
tonight.
am quite clearly, yeah.
Yep. No, this means nothing
Oh,
to
that
me.
means the Kickstarters are off.
It's
me.
all coming for you,
thanks.
yeah.
So this means nothing to me. So I'm hoping it means something to you. But I'm guessing you had a little love emoji whenever it came up on our Gaming Like a Champ thing
Okay.
in our messenger. So the Modifius, right?
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls, Call to Arms miniatures
Oh,
board
that's
game.
a video game, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So
So what's that all about?
So it's from Bethesda, who were the company that make Fallout,
Right.
and it's basically Fallout but set in a magical fantasy world. So not post-apocalyptic, but obviously, you know, all the stories start. You're a character that's sort of thrust in this thing, and then you play your little intro mission. This is how you move. This is how you shoot. This is how you cast spells, and off you go.
So that's that. I think you
And
were
it's that
referring to
big-
it as Sandbox.
Massive open
Right.
world sandbox.
Yep.
The Skyrim one was really cool because it was like you're thrust in the middle of a civil war between the Imperials and the Nords, and it's set in like, you know, a Nordic sort of environment, and there's dragons and all kinds of shit. Yeah, it's mad. Skyrim is one of the biggest selling video games ever.
Oh, really?
Came out in 2011.
Okay, never heard
Yeah,
of it.
people lost like hours into that
Yeah.
thing.
My
Even
brother,
I'd never played it, and even I'd heard of it.
my brother dropped out of uni not for Skyrim, but the one before it, Oblivion. Like he literally stopped doing anything but
But then,
playing that.
I know there was guys at our work that were literally putting in leave
What?
for it.
These are
Yeah.
mentalist people.
Yeah.
Yep, I own 4 copies of it.
Hey.
Why?
Well, okay, so I had it on the PC, then I had it on the Xbox,
Ah, right.
then I got it on Xbox One,
each
and then I
platform.
got the special edition,
Oh,
the 4K
God.
version for Xbox One that they brought out.
So yeah, you'd be super excited about this
Yeah.
then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
So you're gonna.
The other thing too, the
This
big thing
isn't
that
a
I'm loving,
Kickstarter
all
though,
the
right?
stuff that they're releasing for is all the named characters. So, and they're literally like major characters from the game. If you play through it, you know who these people are, and yeah, it's the same as Fallout. Like if you've got any attachment to the IP and the characters and the storyline, you're just gonna be all over
It's
it.
a slam dunk.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go hard on this. I'm not gonna lie. It's the same as Fallout.
But what about the Harry Potter?
Yeah, fuck Harry Potter.
So
I'll Fuster him right off a cliff.
Oh, poor Harry.
Modifius would be your favorite company right now.
Yeah, hard to say no to that. Yeah, they're definitely right up there. I mean, having that Bethesda license, whoever got it was going
Was
to
gonna
have
be
a
a
license
fave.
to print money,
Yeah.
and they've just smashed Fallout. So why wouldn't you do the fantasy game?
Yeah.
Because they're essentially a small. They're a very small. Like they're a husband and wife team. Previously, weren't
yeah,
they?
I
Really?
believe they were pretty
Well,
darn
Modifius
small.
pretty much were RPGs, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're real on the publishing side rather than the miniature production or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I wonder if
they've-
they've got a decent team that's working on that's obviously that's perspective.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
seem to be
I
growing. They'd have to grow because
Yeah.
after Fallout,
Yeah, after Fallout. I mean, they just can't meet.
They can't
the
keep
demand.
up.
And they're going to launch the Skyrim.
Another,
So-
I know. To me, that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, but yeah, again, interested. As I said, Mark Latham, the guy that did Chosen Man and Walking Dead, All Out War, is doing it. So,
I wonder if how different it would be.
it's going to use the same core mechanic as Fallout,
Fallout.
which I assume is the symbol dice.
Yeah.
But stats in Skyrim aren't out of 10 like Fallout; they're out of 100. So whether they go to a D100 system on skill checks with modifiers, I don't know. But
Okay.
so yeah, I mean they could D10, D100, same.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
be interested to see.
Yeah.
The big thing though, and same as Fallout, is characters. Can you recreate the characters as they feel in the game on the tabletop? So
Time will
they
tell.
did that in Fallout.
So there's every chance I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, very keen. Be close eye on that, and I'll be getting the starter set if nothing else from davesgames.com.au.
The minis
Oh yeah.
do look great. Like from what I've just saw 2 of the models, and they look amazing.
Yeah. Well, for a game, as I said, come out in 2011. I got the 4K version last year, and you put it on the TV, and it's just still jaw-droppingly gorgeous. And it's 8 years old, and like you think even with all the technology advancements, and if they're pulling the renders from the game to base the models on, it's slam dunk.
Laughing.
Like,
Yep.
how easy is that?
That's a little bit cheaty, isn't it?
Well, that's what they did with Fallout.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good way. Of
But I
doing
think
it.
if you're going to invest in that IP, you have to do that because anything else would just be not good enough.
Yeah.
you got to please the clientele that's already there.
It's got to hit the
Ulfric
notes.
Stormcloak has to look like Ulfric
Yeah.
Stormcloak. Like, that's all there is about it.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Like taking it from a video game series really is an easier for the miniatures, right? Because you can just literally pull them off,
Yeah.
and they will be spot on from what people have been playing the game will recognise, as opposed to, well, I just off the top of my head because you're bringing up Walking Dead, where you're literally doing it from
The comic book.
comic books.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
It is interesting, though, doing a bit of 3D printing for Fallout terrain recently. A lot of the meshes are just pulled from the game, just straight from the code into
Enjoying it?
Blender or whatever, and 3D printing.
Yeah.
I am. I feel there may be purchases in the near future
Oh.
of a
my
3D
lordy.
printed variety.
Oh.
I'm glad you're 3D printing.
How would you like some little 5mm infantry for Horizon Wars 3D printed?
Dude, I'm always up for 3D printed stuff.
That's what I think.
I need some scatter terrain
Yeah.
for Necromunda and stuff as well.
All
There
right.
you go. Gaslands.
Gaslands for sure.
Gaslands. Mm-hmm.
We're going to be kitted out. It's going to be tits.
Fuck yeah.
I'm glad your 3D printing life has been joyful.
Well,
You guys can have a little
gotta
3D printing club hangout.
I'm working with one of the science teachers at work. I'm his professional development supervisor, and I'm like, "Hey, can you teach me how to use a 3D printer?" He's like, "Yeah, I suppose." I said, "We'll count it as professional development." He's like, "Oh shit, yeah, let's do it." Because we have to do
why kids can't learn anything.
we have to do 30 hours a year, and so we cracked up 2 hours the other day as he walked me through 3D printing. So
Nice. That's the way to do it.
See, that helps.
That helps shit tons.
Well, can you do some career development for this science
Yeah.
yeah.
Rather than watching the old YouTube.
G'day, kids. Today we've got Mr. Millsop. He's coming to teach us about 3D printers.
Hello, Mr.
You hit the cunt till it works. Snap it.
You just got to give it a bit of edge.
Right. So also in the news, so TT Combat are bringing out some Infinity gear.
Well, I think it's interesting that Infinity's just branched out into 2 avenues.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
gonna-
paints and terrain.
Yep.
And actually, wasn't that long ago they jumped on to Deep Cut Studios for game mats as well?
Yeah.
Well, Infinity's like they've always had they've always endorsed third-party terrain companies. So the fact that I guess TT Combat has got in there is a really good thing because they're with esteemed companies.
Well, it's obviously good
colleagues.
for your resume, right?
Yeah, totally. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Who was it that got the English GTs and whatnot?
TT
It
Combat.
was TT as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's massive hit for their resume. And who's doing the paints?
Vallejo.
Vallejo. Ah.
So they're bringing out specific
Well,
ranges for
They're Spanish, so
Yeah.
you're going to work with the company.
But it's once again like a pretty good company, right? So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
another,
Valle-
it's a big
yeah.
tick to the box.
Yep.
yeah. I'm
so-
pretty much only use Vallejo nowadays.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
like,
Yeah.
does Vallejo do any other like kits for anyone else? Just like
Yeah, they do. Well, I know they do World
Oh.
War II kits.
They do the Napoleonic kits I got off you. The black powder
they
kits
were
from
sold
Warlord.
through Warlord, weren't they?
Yeah, but it's all Vallejo
that's
paint.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Yep.
Yeah. So pretty clever. It's a good move. Like it's as somebody I saw whenever this was announced, somebody posted up saying, "Hasn't Vallejo and Corvus Belli always been in a partnership? Like because it just go so well together."
Yeah.
But this is just cements it. Like they've always been. So their premium, I guess, contract painters have always used and always pushed the Vallejo range in all their painting magazines and painting guides and whatnot. So for them to just to solidify that and say, here you go, here's a Pan-Oceania paint set with all the paints you need.
These are the colours we
Yeah.
need. You
Yeah.
buy the set, you get this. It's. I like it because Warlord have been doing it for a long time, partnering up with and you could say to a less. I'll bring it up. Mantic's done that as well. Like you don't have to necessarily do everything, but if you can get like under your shop everything that you need,
Yeah.
like the Games Workshop
It's the
model,
Games Workshop model, yeah.
but without all the fuss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like why not let them do it? Like
Yep.
you're talking Vallejo. Everyone, I've never heard a bad word ever said about the Vallejo paints. Let them do it. They obviously know what they're doing.
You haven't
Oh,
tried
had-
haven't tried the lighter colours, have you?
Oh.
Yeah, no,
not a
crush
fan.
hot.
No.
Okay.
But then that goes for every paint range. Every paint range struggles with light colours.
Can I-
Until next week.
Yeah,
Well-
I was about to drop. Yeah. So
it
have you
segues
guys,
nicely into
Yeah.
the GW
have you
news.
guys looked into this?
Well,
Fuck yeah, I've looked into it.
It looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, well,
Like I'm looking at you, Gregster, because you are like award-winning painter. Our just
I
dip
wouldn't
it professiondo.
I wouldn't say that.
Man,
but
I can see you painting awards from here.
Yeah.
Don't be modest.
Yeah, I got a best painted. I got one.
well, just to fill in what the listeners,
I got
in
one
case
too.
Yeah, see,
In case-
fucking easy.
the listeners have been under a rock, it's the GW contrast paints,
Yes.
which have created quite a bit
Buzz.
of kerfuffle in
Oh,
the
for
painting
months because they were
world.
releasing all those videos.
It's buzzed up.
Yep, yep.
So, what's your thoughts, Greg?
Well, interestingly, on the old interwebs, there's been a fair bit of kerfuffle about the whole thing. So, particular on the
G-Dub
heavier-
does something. Interwebs.
Oh, did it just wreck everyone's?
particularly the heavier metal, which is interesting, which is full of world-class painters. But interestingly, there has been some negative feedback. Now, unfortunately, you give, you put it out there, and what's going to happen? So,
Can I just say,
Why?
I don't believe G-Dub are releasing contrast paint for world-class competition painters. I don't think that's their target market
I think
here,
the
Greg.
target market's the plebs who just want a nice looking
Oh,
army really quick,
look,
right?
I
So they can buy more models.
I 100% agree. I'm not the one that's. I'm just saying that's
No, well,
what's
what's
been going on.
what's-
the interweb.
Okay, so what's the?
So there's been a
what-
small percentage, or a percentage of painter, shall we say, that's just gone. It's a cheaty way to do it.
Oh, it's painters who are like, oh,
It's
now
not-
everyone else can paint
So-
as
so
good
the
as
argument-
me without any effort.
It's the gatekeeper argument.
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Oh,
It-
my
gatekeeper.
God.
But so the argument is
This
rightly.
is the thing I'm good at, and now people have a way to be
This
good
was
at
the
these
Oh,
other-
it's
too.
not. It's actually not that. It's more a case of, you're skipping steps. So what you're doing is you're not teaching people the fundamental aspect of painting.
They don't want
They
to
don't
know
want to
it.
learn.
Correct. Look, I 100% agree with you. Like,
This is the argument with, a little bit. I remember when we went from 7th to 8th,
Yes.
pre-measuring.
Yep.
And all the beardy 7th ed guys were like, oh, it's ruined the game. It's a skill.
Yeah.
Right? And
It's
then
a
lot of
skill
us-
that I know my hand span is 11.5 inches.
Yeah. And a lot of us were like, man, we just want to play a cool game without any arguments over an inch and everything else.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate, anything that gets people with better looking armies on the table quicker
Yeah, please.
is a good thing.
And,
yeah.
and look, that's the vast majority of people on the Heavier Metal Facebook page. The vast majority. There are a few people that have been called out, just say they've been gatekeepers and whatnot, and they've had to defend themselves, rightly or wrongly. And
It's weird. I find it hard to believe there'd be cunts on the internet, but anyway,
Yeah.
carry on.
so, but anyway, my thoughts are, I think it's bloody fantastic.
Oh, dude,
I
I'm-
just think it's
I'm grabbing
unreal.
some.
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking if
You can't really use it for yours, can you? For the Napoleon,
not
it's
for
too small.
Napoleonics,
It's
yeah.
just too small,
Yeah,
right?
it wouldn't work.
I don't do any shading. I don't wash, don't shade. I just put flat colors on.
Oh,
And they
for
look
that,
great, and they
You-
still
you're
look
wasting your
great.
time putting
Yeah.
any extra
Yeah.
detail onto.
Yeah.
The command stance. Yes.
You put a bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not worried about the Germans.
No, not at all.
Plebs.
German conscripts.
Nine.
Got it. Yeah. So no.
Achtung!
But so I've got my Ultramarine army sitting there, just sitting there, and it's base coated. But I would strip it and contrast a lot of it in a day.
You wouldn't
Can
have to. You wouldn't
you
have
don't
to.
have to
Oh,
just
you
put-
hang on. Base coated. Yeah. Is that what you said?
It's base coated Ultramarine.
Ah, right. Yeah.
So you can't just flap this on over the top?
you could.
Doesn't
I
it
think
need the base for the contrast?
Well,
effect to
they
work
said
properly?
white. They said white, but I'll be interested to see how it would work. Like the dark blue might. I don't know if there's a
I
dark
was
blue. I'm
talking to
imagining it would
someone,
be.
and they were literally saying that they've got they've got a special paint range
Yeah.
for that that goes and they'll match with your pre-existing ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've done.
I
all
thought it was
the
just
releases
white. You
yet.
just base coat them white.
No,
Or
so
they
I
coat them
was,
white?
I'm under the impression too that there's a
There's
proper
a special undercoat.
undercoat
Right.
for
You
it
put it
to
so
get
like,
the proper effect
Right.
coming through.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, they're just sitting there, right? If you just slapped a bit on and just
Well, yeah, I could spray over the top probably.
yeah,
What's the worst?
it'd
that
be
can happen?
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could-
There's a lot of excitement in the industry about them because, especially the other pro painters are going. I just want to play with them to see how we
what you can do with it.
what you can do with it.
Yeah.
The medium, and see adding water and watering them down, or a medium that will create more of a. I'm not going to even try and pronounce the word. Viscosity of the
Viscosity.
of the paint, and just playing with it. I must admit the black looks amazing.
Well, that's
You-
what I
you
want to
picked
do
up
my
on that.
Basilians.
Yeah.
I want to do my Basilians black with gold armor.
You'll be able to punch out Bubble Boy's gear in no
Oh,
time.
I'm spewing. I've already done it all.
Nice.
Yeah,
I did
man.
Nice.
punch it out in no time, but that's an
But this will
effort
help
thing.
with a lot of people that
It's
don't
massive.
get those armies painted, or they take
Massive.
forever, and
Yeah.
they don't want to buy any more models. And,
Yep.
because they want to get the stuff.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
on me, I don't like getting
I'm a
more
mem-
stuff until it's painted.
member of a few club groups in our local area, and
Yep.
every now and again you see people post up their painting, and they're trying really hard,
Yep.
and they're getting stuff done, but at the same time you think, geez, some shading would go a long way on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And if this gives them that edge, then geez,
Let them have it.
how good is that?
Jesus.
Totally. I've got a son upstairs who's trying to blast. I shouldn't even say blasting, not even blasting. He's stalled painting the Space Marine army plus the Nurgles. So I'll be getting him all whatever he needs to do that, because I just think it's going to help him heaps.
Yep.
Absolute heaps.
And it would get you like energized then to do more,
Yeah.
right? Because you're going to see it, and you're not going to be crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're looking at it going, oh, this is pretty crap. I don't really want to play anymore.
Yep.
Boom. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Shut up. And I can pump them out.
Well,
More.
I
More.
painted another Ultramarine single one the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, edge highlighting this armor is the worst, but
thought
you
you
need to
said-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you said
know.
you're like you
I
said
said it was
"Oh,
nice.
so
and
He was
fun."
trying to
Nah.
sugarcoat it.
It
No,
was
I
you.
knew.
You put the
When I
hate
look
in
at
my
them-
head for it.
When I look at one, I just see so much pain when I look at
No,
one.
he's just
Yeah.
thinking reverse psychology.
No, I was thinking rose-colored glasses back when I painted that first one. It looked good.
Just go Necrons. Just spray it black.
Well,
Dry brush silver.
Well, Necrons would look a treat in this.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
yep.
Yeah, it's gonna just the whole thing.
So a couple weeks time, I think, or
Yeah.
a week away. It's not long away, a week or two.
I think a
anyway.
week after we release this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll be certainly popping into my GW store.
They'll be out in time for some 28mm Napoleonics.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll paint them properly, like a real painter.
Such neck beard.
Why are you looking at me? Like,
Because you're a real painter.
I'm going to use them. I'm interested to see how they operate. Really.
Yeah. If they have a nice dark Prussian blue, then definitely I'll be getting it.
Damn straight.
Definitely.
So with that, we're on to the GW news. So a couple of ones that you would have seen. The Blood Bowl teams, Halfling and Elven teams, were released.
Amazing. I loved the elf team.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was a miss after the other ones. I looked at that and went,
Really?
eh.
No, I liked how they had the face mask thing, that very ornate, but across the face and whatnot. And
To me, they all look the same.
but that fit their aesthetic. Like, that was aesthetically what those guys were, and I thought it fit. I really liked it.
Well, back in
Was
the
it
day,
as good as the halflings?
Hell no.
No, because I think the halflings had so much character.
And that's what the Wood Elf team's missing. And
Yep.
all the other teams have a character about them. These guys just look like skinny bitches jumping in the air.
to me,
no offense to skinny bitches out
no,
there.
to me, they fit exactly what they're supposed to be.
But again,
But are they halflings? No, because halflings are short, little, fat, characterful things, whereas
Yeah.
the elves are a bit more haughty. Haughty?
I got to
Is that
call
what-
out the face mask though, because on
I
the
like them.
original sculpts, it was just the war dancers that wore the face masks, and now they're all wearing them.
Oh no, I've got the Elf team up there.
I thought they did.
No, the Blitzers wore
Yeah.
masks.
Yep.
The Wood Elf ones.
Yep.
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 Okay.
Oh no, I can't speak for the Wood Elves because I've got the Elven team. And I
Yeah.
can't remember if the Wood Elves were different, but I know the Elven team, the Blitzers had masks, hockey
Yeah.
masks.
But it's that ornate sort of.
Yeah.
It's all very light. And
They
I
had
liked
the
it.
half face.
Yeah.
golden.
I
Yeah.
actually quite liked
And that's
it.
the thing. I was looking at the picture. I couldn't pick what ones were the war dancers.
Yeah. Is that what you mean when you say in samey?
They're all
As in the
samey. They
team?
just all. It looked like a team alignment.
Yeah, look, it's not the halflings.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not the halflings.
And even the poses.
But they're
like,
not
there was
halflings.
half of them were running, half of them were jumping there.
Yeah, I do. I like them. I do. I must. I'm with Dave.
Yeah,
I
really
love-
liked it.
Yeah,
Nah.
I love them.
Every time they release a new team, I'm just like,
Yeah, I know.
damn,
We'll
I
have
should
to
get
agree
a
to
fucking new
disagree, but you're
team.
wrong.
Maybe we should have that as a paint. Maybe that'll force us.
What's that?
Slow grow painting challenge, Blood Bowl team. I'm going to keep harping on until
I'd
this
knock
happens.
it out in a weekend. That's not a slow grow. What are you talking about? 16 minis
Yeah,
That's
well,
a lunch break.
Well, because we're all
with
busy.
contrast paint.
We've got the contrast paint, so maybe that'd be a good way to test them.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, we haven't played the new Blood Bowl.
No.
It's because it's not as good as the old one. But
Well, it
That's
might.
true.
Well, has it been taken up by the NAF? The new
couldn't tell you.
Oh,
I haven't looked at
Well,
that.
We should
we'll
look
do
into
some
that.
research because I've
Should
got a
look into
feeling
that.
it has. I've got a feeling it has, and I'll be interested to see what the numbers are like.
Don't like having to buy supplements
heard-
for rule, but we'll get onto that.
I heard a rumor talking Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Now take this with like, I don't know,
Bucket of salt.
buckets of it, right? Because I heard it on another podcast, but I found it quite interesting. They were saying that is it Sky Blizzard or something like that? Blizzard Games.
Blizzard, yeah.
Who did the Blood Bowl video game?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, I'm pretty sure it's Blizzard. They accidentally released that there's a new Blood Bowl edition coming out in 2020.
A new one.
A new edition.
So players can rebuy the rules every 6
I
months.
don't know. And apparently the rules are going to change quite a bit.
Well, it's been out for a while though. It's been out a couple of years.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah, at
about
least
last.
because it was the first one. Then there was Necro, and then there was Titanicus.
Yeah.
So it's been at least 2 or 3 years probably.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe this is just it. Who knows?
don't know. Just play
Like I said, it was just a rumor.
Just play LRB.
I heard a rumor. I'll be interested to see.
CRP.
But I'll be interested to see if the NAF is playing the current edition and what changes there are. We should hit Jose up. Jose, isn't it?
Yep. Well, let's look into it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Then there's the Age of Sigmar Soul Wars Forbidden Power, which moves the story on a bit and essentially gives you new things to fight over and like new powers, hence for Forbidden Power.
Is this Age of Sigmar?
Yep.
So is this post the Squigs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't seen this one.
Well, same as it's announced around the same time.
Okay.
Yep.
Was it just more stuff like
It's
special items?
it's rules,
and,
yeah, and
like
special
cards
items.
and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and tokens. Like you've got little markers.
For like
it's
spell
hard to
effects and
explain.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. But apparently it advances the
Storyline.
storyline as well,
Okay.
which is pretty good. Good on G-Dub. Well done.
Yeah.
Moving a
Players
timeline
love it
on.
when you advance the storyline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next up we have the Sisters of Battle Retributors.
We'll take it away.
So it's a sneak peek of them.
Yeah,
it
so
away.
I want to hear your thoughts on
Yeah.
this, Greg.
Oh, very, very nice. I really like them. Yep. Look, I'm going to buy them. I will buy them. I'm not going to buy a bloody 1,500 points worth of gear to play a 40k army because I don't have any space.
So what do you?
Yeah.
What you got a space for a freaking 7-foot space marine? But
9
you've
foot.
got-
No, we don't even have space for that.
You do. You
Our
do.
house doesn't even fit an 8-foot high space
does.
marine. No, it doesn't.
Mate, if I can touch the roof. No.
You need to fix the roof.
I know.
Obviously.
Well, my son is getting taller than me, so
So you're gonna
we're at
have
a
to
point
anyway.
We're going to have to raise the house.
So you might as well raise it up 10 foot.
Yeah.
So you can get the space marine in.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Anyway, look,
Yeah.
I'm going to get some Sisters Battle, so I do like them.
You heard that.
Now,
you heard.
didn't
you
you
did
have a
say
bit of
it.
a rant that the proportions were out of whack?
Well,
Yeah, now, I
Yes.
thought you were hating it.
no,
Yeah.
no. Well,
Was
I
this
looked
the
into
same
that,
bit?
Yeah.
and that's actually a fan-made model. That's not a G-Dub sculpt.
Right.
That's fan-made.
Fake news.
Yeah, so I feel a
Yeah.
bit bad because I ranted really badly on that
Oh,
fan made.
so we need that segment.
It did,
So
yeah.
if it was a G-dub model,
Greg's apologies.
if it was a G-dub model, I'd have stood by my words and gone, it was a heap of crap.
Do you know what? I'm going to stand by. I think proportionally, it's way more accurate than a G-Dub model ever would be.
I don't disagree with that because
Yeah.
the legs are elongated on the G-dub model. Like,
And the waist is incredibly shrunk down.
but as
These
Mike,
women would tip over in half.
as Big Mike pointed out, and a Space Marine waist isn't.
What?
A Space Marine waist isn't like shrunk down
Not on my Primaris Marines.
with massive
They've got
shoulders
huge armor on though, so it's hard to tell.
and tiny waist and massive shoulders.
Yeah, isn't there gyros in the Space Marine armor to keep it upright?
Same with
It
Sisters
works both
Battle.
ways, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you build your gyro for the...
Yeah, you'll be able to know.
That's it,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Start on that, please. Enough. I don't want to talk about it.
Did you see that stuff about the flat earthers?
No.
Oh man, it was hilarious. They paid like, I think it was 20 grand US for like this top of the range gyroscope. And they did this experiment and they're like, right, now, if the earth is round and it's rotating, this will move 15 degrees every hour. And then they watched it and it's like, moving. They're like, oh no, it's calibrated wrong. We got to fix it. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Don't let science dictate the story. No, no.
Fuck, I
Cherry
love it.
picks the stats.
Love
the
it.
Cherry pick. Yeah.
Don't get it.
Oh.
Don't understand it.
I reckon they
it's
should
the
spend
same.
another 20 grand and get another one just to make sure.
It's the same with the people who don't believe in the moon landing. It's the 50th anniversary, and I just think, how could you not? Like, seriously?
It's like Santa Claus. How can you not believe in that?
Yeah.
What?
Santa Claus.
What are you on about?
People don't believe in him. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. What are we
Yeah,
on
I
about?
saw Santa Claus making out with my mum one Christmas Eve.
At the shopping centre.
Yeah, I don't know where Dad was.
Anyway, moving on.
Probably in the closet like the other time.
There's been a few other releases. So G-Dub they've released an Inquisitor set, which looks really sick. Oh, excuse you.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That looks
Looks
pretty
really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some cool minis in it.
for Necromunda of
Yep.
all things, and also the.
Oh, so what would you
Was it
think of the
Necromunda or was
Necromunda?
it Blackstone Fortress?
Oh no, you're right. It was Blackstone Fortress. It
Yeah,
was the
yep.
Enforcers that
The
were
Enforcers
released.
that just came. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for which.
What do you think?
I'm with Big Mike. Not a big fan. I much prefer the old aesthetic of the Adaptus Orbits.
Yeah, I agree. I preferred the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with them, but I just
No, there's
prefer-
nothing wrong with
yeah,
them.
Yeah, I prefer the
I
aesthetic.
totally see
of
why
it.
they changed it though, because looking at if you were going to redo Adeptus Arbitus right now, people would go, oh, that's Judge Dredd,
Totally. Yeah.
and I mean it is. It was a knockoff back in the day,
Yeah.
And
by
they're
G-Dub.
trying to separate
and
themselves from a lot
they've
of
gone
them.
a new direction with it
But-
too.
Yeah.
Dread with a bolt gun. Awesome is
Yeah.
that?
We'll just
That
buy
is
the
awesome.
Warlord one and
There you go.
weapon swap him.
There
No,
you
he's got a
go.
lawgiver. You can't screw a lawgiver.
Yeah, then why do you need him with a bolt gun?
Because in 40k, that's awesome. That is so cool. In 40k world.
Can't please this guy.
Yeah. So
If they'd have done the old models, I would have bought them. Like I would have so bought them.
Yeah, but moving forward, I think there's a reason for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But as Big Mike says, I
The
think
story
it's
has to progress.
is it Artel Miniatures. I think
Wartel. Yeah.
Wartel. That's it. They do a wicked range,
Yeah.
focusing on that old aesthetic.
Mm.
So I was going to get them. I'd get them.
I think Big Mike has stock in Wartel the way he keeps pushing their
does.
products.
Totally.
Man, he's got stock on everything.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So look, that's unless you've got some news, I've got some other bits. We'll leave to the very end.
Oh, made
But-
a purchase.
You did.
Made a purchase.
What is that purchase?
Well, I got myself a zombie board, babe.
Oh,
The
did
Rumble
you?
Slam. And I got the Masked Mayhem while I was there as well.
Oh,
Because
Oh, you
out.
did?
Yeah. Because it only comes out during events, and,
Yeah.
that zombie board babe's like completely new, and you just don't know when that's gonna, like, if that's even, who knows?
Could be worth a fortune in
Well,
years to come.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
So, I bought two.
Is that one to paint up and one to keep like boxed, like in the?
Well, I'm thinking of what to do with it, but I might give it away at one of the events.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would that be the
Ooh.
event in July?
Well, there's another one in December at HeroCon.
Oh, right. yeah, okay.
So I might put it to that, or I might do it in
Hang on, when's the July one?
21st.
Oh, far out. Because I was going to say that's like friggin' July's only a few weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Well, it's only the start of June.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
3 weeks time. It's
Yeah, I know.
July.
I've actually got a thing. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
all right. Any other news?
Yeah. No, just that Trick Shot, their hockey Kickstarter game.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That successfully funded. And look it up now. I think off the top of my head, 167,000 out of 15,000 goal. Damn. Muddy? Damn.
Make it look easy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Not a goblin in sight.
Here's a question for you. Have you read it? Have you actually read it? No, I haven't. That's the reason why. So how far were they through the production process? Like, does it talk about that at all? Is it I guess my question is it a pre-order?
It's finished. Pre-order.
It's pre-order. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I've got a couple for you here, which is really interesting. So on my search through the old interwebs.
Yeah.
Are you listening, Matty?
Yes.
Unless, sorry, have you got some more news? Because I'm going to wrap it up, but have you got any more?
No.
Right, okay. So interestingly, I came across the Infernal Chaos Dwarves and Hobgoblin Minis Kickstarter.
Done in both
10 mil and 28 mil.
10 and 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's stalled. It's currently at say $8,000 of a 10,000 goal with 18 days to go. Right.
Yeah.
So it's nearly there, but not quite. But interestingly, when I read it, it's like, well, okay, we're gonna have to buy the 3D printers, and then we're gonna buy the casting gear. Oh, and on top of all that, we actually need some living expenses because we're gonna take time off work.
Yeah.
And I sort of thought, oh god.
But,
So,
but they've nearly made it.
Yeah, but just if there's one thing to keep out of Kickstarter,
So what they've done is they've
got an idea.
An idea,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then people have gone, ooh.
But how close are
Living
they?
expenses.
Just how close are they?
a couple of grand.
8 from 10, I think. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So $2,000 off it.
So literally, just an idea has nearly actually got them over the line. I'm just putting that in perspective, though.
Yeah, well, it's a
I'm
bit more of an
putting-
idea. They've got the sculpts done.
That in perspective.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They've got the sculpts done though. Like they've got something tangible. So like if they did get a printer, they just put the file in, print. They've got
Okay.
they've got a model.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, if you can sculpt, you can just come home from work
Yep.
at night, put the kids to bed, spend a couple of hours on the PC,
Totally.
do your sculpting. And then you
Yeah,
go,
we need
right,
it.
it's the material cost of producing the models that we need the funding for.
We need a sculptor.
We do need a sculptor.
We do need a sculptor.
So need a
We
sculptor.
need someone to learn how to 3D print and stuff.
I wonder
We
if
need
I
that
could
too.
get that as professional
And
development.
cast. And cast.
I did download Blender, and I was like, oh, no idea.
Yeah. I did too. I've downloaded ZBrush
Yeah.
and had a look at it. I went, "Whoo, no, this is way beyond me.
Yeah.
Way beyond me."
But then I watched my wife. Does a graphic design in Illustrator and Photoshop, and she'll just be doing stuff, and I'm like, "Where's the spray can tool?" You know, like.
See,
Holy
this scares me
Jesus.
because I look at your computer skills and whatnot, and I wouldn't even go near what you guys do.
Yeah, well, Jacob's light years ahead of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This was a mind-blowing moment. I don't know if you even remember this, and I still don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
You did the Warhammer expansion thing, and you did it like for the campaign or something, and you took the same paper from the Warhammer and the same font and all that, and it looked exactly like it came.
Oh yeah, from when we did our Island of Blood
Yeah.
campaign. Yeah.
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 That's when I realised I got no idea what I'm doing on a computer when you did that.
I did that in PowerPoint, by the way.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Tools of trade, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I know how to use PowerPoint.
I marched around and I never got to do anything like that. So,
Yeah.
All right, one for you.
Oh, yep.
Hard West, the board game. Have you seen
Hard
that?
West.
What is this
that sounds
Brokeback
like, it
Mountain?
sounds like a gay porno. I'm just putting it out there.
It's not.
It's totally a gay porno.
It's a Wild West board game.
I can't quit you.
It actually looks really good.
Humana.
That's on Kickstarter. It looks really good.
Hard West.
Yep.
All right, I'll check that out.
It does actually look really good.
Wild West board game. So what's the premise?
No idea. Didn't
Cool.
look into it. It just
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
it's just the
It's a camping game in the hills of Montana. you buddy up and go brave the elements.
And tell your wife to come back in 2 hours.
Yeah.
the picture of the game looks really good. That's so
Yeah.
much I looked at. I just saw it and thought,
Cool.
one for you. So we've got a couple
That's
here.
for you. What am I getting on?
We've got a couple here.
Okay, Cowboys. How can you get
There's
it?
one called
boy.
Papillon,
Papa Leon.
Papillon, and it's a game about flowers on Kickstarter.
Why not?
You know why
Why
not?
not? There's florists out there who no one's in the shop buying flowers, so what the hell are we going to do? Let's crack out Populaire, whatever.
Papillon.
Do you want to know
Yeah.
how popular this game is?
Is it really
It,
popular?
it needed 14,000 to get to succeed,
What did it get?
and it's currently at 81,000.
80. What? How much did the Chaos Dwarves
Did I
need?
see this?
8 out of
on-
10. Two grand more.
Have I seen this on TGA?
It's only got 8,000.
I'm not sure. I don't always frequent that, so I'm
Okay.
sort of jump in and jump out of
Yeah.
TDGA, which
So-
is Tabletop Gaming Australia.
Game Designers Australia.
So
Yep.
the Chaos Dwarves
Yeah,
made $8,000
yeah.
so far. And the flower, is it a card game?
It's a Euro style tile.
All right, so it's got some
matching game,
meeples
isn't it?
and blah, blah, blah. All right.
I'm thinking.
And
Yeah.
it's got
Yeah.
80-something thousand.
Yeah, but it's a finished product.
Actually, I
People
tell a lie.
see what they're buying.
It's actually about butterflies. So a title drafting area majority board game, because that just makes total sense.
Tile
to me.
drafting.
Yep.
Yeah, so you draw tiles off the pile
Ah,
into your
right.
hand and then play them.
Area majority board game. Papillon features approachable yet deeply strategic gameplay, beautiful 3D components that come alive on your table, and a fun, innovative butterfly mechanic allowing you to move your butterflies to the best flowers.
I do not know the board game market, but I imagine this is a social game that, you
Yeah,
know, it's a board game.
it's a huge market. This style of game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't fit us,
it's not us necessarily.
but there's obviously a lot of people who like to play these social board games.
So some of the stretch goals.
There's stretch goals for this.
Yep. Well, stretch goals are part of the game.
What do you get? Just different
So-
flowers?
I'm just reading some of the thing here. So wildflowers are lovely and will be highly desirable when you're bidding for draft position. So big up the wildflowers, is what I say.
Right.
So I get gay cowboys, you get butterflies.
I got butterflies. No, well, this is really ours, this one. Just saying.
It's ours.
You've got this
Yeah,
as
okay,
well.
yeah.
The cowboy one was all you, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
because he said he's got a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one, I think.
So the one I'm closing on, which we're going to call the end of the news there, because I did say if we had any more news, and he said no. So
He really wants to make sure I got
You gotta have a
enough of
strong
those.
finish.
Yeah.
One time I did finish on a butterfly tattoo, but
Yeah.
So the last one is, and you probably would have seen this anyway.
Have I?
It's called the Unicorn Rescue Society, the card game. So
How much is this, mate?
I would have thought you'd be all over that.
How much is this, mate?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I'll have to come back to you on that one because I'm not interested. But I thought you would be. You'd have the numbers.
Well, like I said, I'm still waiting for my cat poo to arrive until I get some, because I like to finish a project before I move on to the next, which I'm struggling with at the moment because I feel like I've got 15,000 projects. But until that cat poo comes, I'm not doing another Kickstarter.
that's fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I
And I-
support you.
And I don't need
I
any
would
of your,
desire for
your
complete
key
cats.
litter either.
I would have thought Jacob, you could help him out with that with the
Yeah,
the
no,
new
no,
arrival.
No, I want some fresh Euro cat poo.
I thought you were going to say urine.
No, that-
Jacob could help you out
He'll
with
sort
that.
you out, mate. Oh gosh.
My internet's decided not to work, so I'll have to come back to you later on the show with an update on Unicorn Rescue Society.
all right, cool.
That's it from news.
That's
unless
it.
You chaps.
Well, we'll put a pin in that there and get on with the rest of the show.
You're listening to Power Stance Gaming Podcast. And now, this.
Alrighty, so Muddy, we have a special treat this
Do we?
episode. Yeah,
Do we? What is it?
Greg messaged during the week and said,
I thought
"I have a question for you two."
it was cooked pork.
Well, We're not at Bruce Manor.
I know. I can tell.
Or Jesse's with his ginger ale,
Yeah. and
Pork?
Yeah, your pork. Yeah.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
you took off you and had to hide, which I think's ridiculous, just because he wanted to feed his family. I mean, how selfish.
There was 2 kilos there. How did it all go?
I thought you guys weren't helping out. I thought, how rude of us not to finish this.
Don't
We need
worry,
to
mate.
Finish it.
In October, we'll have more pork than you can shake
Ah,
a
bring it on.
sausage out.
Bring it on.
All right, so Greg's message said, "I've got a question for you boys," and I pressed him for some detail, but none was forthcoming.
Yeah, well, look, he can't find his question. Look at him. He's
No,
looking around on his
I've
phone.
actually had it since Christmas.
Wow, he's had
Yeah.
it since Christmas.
Yeah, just waiting to drop it on you like it's
Oh,
hot.
here we go.
Jesus,
So no,
this has been brewing.
I
you're
know.
not. You weren't allowed to think about it because it's very much a spur in the moment thingy.
Oh, well, I don't work well under those conditions.
Of course you do. You're the
You
expert.
live
on
your
it.
life under those conditions, sunshine.
Shoot the.
So, question is,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a bit morbid,
Okay.
kind of, right? But
All
not
right.
really. Like touch wood and all that, right? So,
Is this podcast material?
if your house is on fire, right, burning down, like when you go home tonight, and obviously the kids are out, and the kittens are out, and Betty's out,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
everyone's safe,
Everyone's safe.
right? But you can dash in, right? And you're not going to get hurt, like you're not going to get lung, whatever. But
Okay.
you know you can get in
There's
safely,
no asbestos
and you
in
can get
the
out,
house.
right? You
Yeah.
know you can one trip to get in and get out of the house,
What do you
right?
What do you get?
Of all your gaming stuff, right? Everything you've got,
Oh,
what would you get? And you only have one thing.
Jesus.
So it could be a whole army because that's one thing. It could be a game.
Can I just stand in
Could be
there with
one
the
model.
hose,
No,
spraying around the shed?
no, it's caught. It's properly caught alight.
Can I get all 6 shelves of my
Yeah,
Napoleonics?
can I get the
No.
trolley and just start wheeling
No.
shelves out?
Can't. You haven't got time.
Fire out. All right. That's
Well, it's
a-
not Fantasy Flight because it's pre-painted.
Yeah, no, that can burn.
Star Wars Armada. I'm sorry, boys. I don't know if I can answer this. I don't.
Shit.
So there you go. That's why you can't think about it.
Is it just one army, not one system?
I think you allowed one army. I think you'd be allowed one army.
army.
One shelf, eh?
Yeah, one shelf.
One shelf.
Because the only reason I'm doing that is because I've thought about it and thought I can't pinpoint it to a model.
My armies don't even fit on one shelf, so I can't even save an army.
What
at
about
this
your Chaos Dwarves? Like all those metal ones that are worth
Nah.
worth a fortune. I'd run in.
I've got
If you,
them.
if you
Yeah.
phone me and said my house on fire, I'll run in and get them.
Well, I had a lot of the plastic ones though. Remember when they came out with the,
Yeah,
with the big
yeah,
hats?
yeah.
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 That was
I love
plastic.
them.
See,
I don't care. I'd still go in
heart-
for them.
Cool.
I'd
Oh,
go in
cool.
for them.
My heart's telling me Napoleonics, but I know that it's cheap as chips. And I spent...
It's easily it's replaceable.
And that's
It's
just a current.
replaceable.
It's just your current thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I think I know what mine is.
Yeah.
The High Elves. It's only on. How many shelves is that on? 1, 2. Am I allowed 3 shelves?
Is that an economic decision?
That I bought. Everything else I can redo myself.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
else.
Interesting. Yeah. Right.
Everything else. And
It does look beautiful though. It looks.
it
It's a
does.
cracking
But
army.
then again, no, actually.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I've got it on contents insurance. I'll just buy the fucker again.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's a waste of time.
Sen-
I'm better off picking some.
Sentimental.
It's
I
Tomb
think I
Kings or
figured it out.
Lizards.
I think I would grab my box with my 2 Blood Bowl teams in it. My
Ooh.
Camry and my Amazons.
Wow.
Because they were the first things I spent any effort painting. That was the jump for me from being a slap paint on to actually, I might try some highlighting, might use some inks. And yeah, so very early in my hobby, I'm 2009, maybe painted them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude, I'm trying to flick through my shelves. I think I'd have to go to Lizards.
yeah.
You do love them. Would you have time to get all the skinks though?
I think there's 3 shelves of that.
Ooh, can we allow that?
Yeah.
Is that the whole army? The 3 shelves is the
Yeah,
whole
3
army? Yeah,
shelves.
okay. All right.
3
I mean, that
shelves.
could you... So tell me, because you're only allowed one... Like, you can only go in once. So Jacob's got it with his 2 teams. That's easy, right? He's got it under his arm.
Yeah.
How are you going to get 3 shelves?
And
Like
then-
2 shelves?
The other
I
thing
could allow that, but the third shelf?
I could throw a small child in.
The third shelf?
The other reason
Aiden,
for me
get
is
in there,
they're out of production models now. You can't
Tomb
get
Kings.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all out of production.
Good one.
Tomb
So
Kings. Tomb
everything
Kings.
else, I'm no real attachment to any of my other armies like that.
Even I thought about the Battlefleet Gothic
Yeah.
with the Necrons and that.
Yep.
But there's not enough of them for me to be super worried about. You can still get them on eBay, and they're so easy to paint.
Yeah.
I'm going to swap it out for Tomb Kings now because that's irreplaceable.
How many shelves?
And that's 3 shelves. And they're 3 wide. Oh, so's the lizards. They're
All right, we'll give you that. We'll let
you got to give me that.
Yeah,
like,
you can
'cause
run out.
that's-
You may have time to throw them in the backpack.
I don't mind getting 3rd-degree burns. I'll take a couple of...
Yeah.
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 I still think I should be
Couple
allowed
skin
to stand
grafts.
in there with a hose.
Now you've made me just realise how much of my hobby is disposable, and I'm a bit depressed.
I'm actually thinking, holy crap, how devastated I would be if there's something like that actually occurred.
Yeah. Yeah, but as you said, it's insured, and most of it's replaceable.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of... Like, if you had to paint it all, you get... Like, that's a lot of models.
Yeah.
As an aside, as off on a tangent, have you all taken photographs of your stuff? Because that's how do you prove that it's there and what
I
you've
don't
got.
think they just go...
You're supposed to take
Well, I've
photographs.
taken photos of my
Yeah.
professionally painted high elf army that I own.
Well, we'd probably have enough photos kicking around.
Between it, so you'd be able to
Yeah.
pop up something.
Have
Just
you
go
actually-
back through the chat?
In the golf club.
The other question I've got for you, and this is again off a tangent.
But you haven't told us what
Yeah,
you...
what would
would
you
Well,
do?
hang on. Hey, I'll ask you another.
Has to be the high elf.
I'll ask
Has
you
to
another
be.
question.
Yeah.
When you've calculated your contents insurance, have you factored into your hobby stuff?
Yeah.
You have, because holy hell,
adds up, eh?
It adds up. By the time you paints,
Problem
brushes.
was Jerry was sitting beside me when I did it.
So you've underdone it like heaps.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I think I said 15 grand
right.
for my hobby stuff.
Yep.
And it kind of worked on the theory of about $1,000 a year over 12, 15 years.
But are you going to buy them again or get them painted?
Well,
See,
that's the thing. If I sold everything on my shop, there's no way I'd get 15 grand for it.
Yeah.
So it's not worth 15 grand to anyone else but me and recommend a retail.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So basically, insurers give you 15 grand. You go on eBay and get it for a third of the price.
Yeah,
And
basically.
pocket 10 grand.
I go to the buy, sell, swap page. Who's got ogres? Who's got ogres? I've got cash. Give me
Yeah,
your
because the
ogres.
last thing you'd want to have to do is redo it all again, right? I'd be jumping on the eBay or hitting a commissioner up and going, oh, look,
But you know
we're
what?
going to get a
There's
lot of
some
money.
stuff
Drop
I
the
would-
pay for each miniature.
I would repaint. You know what I mean?
Some of it I would, but there's just, like, when you're talking armies,
Yeah.
that'd be soul-crushing.
Like my Spectre minis, for one. I look at the paint job that I did only 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think, man, they just look really flat. And I know that now I'm a better painter.
You could do
I
it
could
again.
repaint them, but there's no way I'd strip them and paint them because
Yeah.
why the fuck would you?
Yeah.
But if someone said, here's a brand new Spectre army, I'd be like, sweet, I'm gonna paint them
Yeah.
tits hot.
Yep.
That's why I can't wait for D1Z models. I'm salivating at the thought of painting them.
Yeah, when's that?
Soon, hopefully.
Okay.
Soon.
Half a chub.
That was code for soon.
The new renders with the Saiga. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
give me
Very
a
good.
semi-auto shoddy any day.
Yeah.
Get on it.
I'm actually looking forward. I haven't got the file. Actually, no, I've got the files for them. I could print them. I'll have to do that. I'm waiting for the last 2 to be done, and then I'll print like all 4.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
just waiting for them to be done.
6.
But to answer your question, it'd be a toss-up between
All the dwarves.
High Elves, my Pano stuff, and
oh yeah.
my unpainted Epic Army.
All right, so the reason I would think it may be high elves and or your dwarves is I'm assuming there's probably some models in there you can't get anymore.
Oh, totally. Dwarves, 100%. Yeah.
And there's a lot more miniatures. Whereas
Yeah.
Pano,
Yeah.
it's smaller and
Yeah.
everything's still available.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But high elves also have all the conversions.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm leading towards high.
The other thing is the Pano was a big step up in my...
But your
in my
dwarves,
painting.
It's incredible. It's so beautiful.
All
Skills.
Yeah.
your dwarves are medals too.
Yep.
You-
Oh, there's a few
you can't
plastics.
get them
Yeah.
without a lot of effort now.
No, you'd be paying a
Right.
fortune for the dwarf stuff.
Yeah, so that's
And
what
I've got
I mean.
stuff
If
in
you
there.
can get them.
You got elves and dwarves.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, this is making me think I should get rid of all my shelves and put everything in plastic containers, so I can literally go in
Grab a
with that
container
trolley
and go. Yeah.
and just grab 20 armies and just walk out.
Or a fireproof
Yeah.
Like, dungeon, maybe.
Yeah, I
or
need that-
fireproof.
I need that basement.
You do need that
Yeah.
basement.
It's a death trap.
So I guess
I'll die happy though.
I would have to probably go for... I'd have to go for my Pano stuff, I think.
Really?
I hope that's not because that's like a recent thing and it's sort of fresh in my mind. The high up stuff's pretty much all replaceable to a certain extent. The panel stuff was just a big step up, just going from like stock standard, right? 3 colors, wash, done, move on.
Yeah.
The panel was like every model was like 6-7 hours or more.
Yeah.
So that's a big time investment, big commitment. And plus the resin stuff, the TO, was totally something I'd never tried before, and that's quite new and fun. So I think that's what I'd probably go for. Yeah, but the Epic Arm would be the close second. Gotta be. If it was painted, it'd be epic. No worries.
You know what? We need to put this to the listeners. We'll do a post in the week.
Oh, what would everyone else say?
What would you save?
Yeah, what would you save?
And show us your photos.
Yeah. And why?
And why?
Like, is it a sentimental thing?
So we'll post ours up, and
Yeah.
then you can, and the listeners, we want to hear yours as well.
Yeah.
And your stories.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because there'd be a broad spectrum of what people would grab.
Yep.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great one. Things I wouldn't grab, my D6s.
D6s.
They're not replaceable, you know.
Good. Yeah. I'll maybe get my Nuffle Rocks dice. Oh, I'm grabbing my Blood Bowl kit anyway, so it's all good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Save those Nuffle Rockses.
I wonder.
You're only allowed to have that team in there too. You're not allowed to have them all just sitting in there. Is he getting bonus teams out of this?
Well, I'm grabbing one KR case with 2
kind of
teams in it.
cheaty. That's cheaty.
40 models?
No,
You've got to pull some out.
No, I
You've got
agree.
400 fucking Tomb King models, excuse me.
Jacob's not. No, I agree. I wonder if
Yeah,
we
he
asked.
agrees.
I
He
wonder
makes the rules.
I wonder if we asked the same question, Jono, would he go for the Black Sun dice or like miniatures?
No, actually, I don't know if Black Sun still exists. So I don't know if they make dice still or not.
Exactly. So you'd have to grab them, wouldn't you?
He needs them
he
for his
needs them
command
too.
rolls. Yeah.
And I'm going to kick his ass in War Master soon too.
Oh, not if you're using those Black Sun dice. Forget about
Nah,
it. Forget about
He
it.
hasn't seen the likes of me yet.
You're a goner. You're dead.
Alrighty. Good stuff, Greg. That's a great question, mate. That's a great question.
That's why I didn't want to drop it on you beforehand, because it's one of those ones you can't have time to think about.
Yeah, no.
Because your house is burning.
It's burning. You haven't got time.
You got to run in and get it.
Yeah. There's probably nothing else I grab. Oh, we Murray condoed our house, so we got nothing anyway.
Get the hose going.
Yeah.
It's all right. I got this.
All right, we might leave that there and get on to our main topic.
Time for some random banter. It's open mic.
All right, dudes, our main topic tonight is we're going to throw back to a segment we did about a year ago, and that's 3 Things That. So, we're all bringing up our notes. It's about to get serious.
Is it only
right
3
here.
things?
3 Things That, but with some honourable, or in this case, dishonourable mentions.
Well, we could mention the other ones that we don't. That could be another segment.
I think I'll go about 8.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'll go about 8.
Well, we're going to...
Well, let's keep it
Let-
one
let's
each.
go-
Let's keep it one each.
Let's go 3 main things.
That's one each, and then we can do another. That gives us content for another show.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. We'll save it. 3 things, part 2.
Yeah.
So 3 things we want to talk about tonight are 3 things that turn a good game bad. I have to say, when we floated this question in the group chat, it went exactly as I thought it would. The responses were, other gamers. I'm like,
But we're just talking
But that's-
about the game itself
it.
here, right?
We don't want to
No, I
give
didn't. That's how I took the question.
those Kents any airtime unless we're talking about them dislocating their assholes.
Bubble boy.
But no, in all seriousness, no, we're talking about the game itself. So what in a game can turn a good game bad? And you guys want to kick it off?
I think we're going to touch not each other, but a lot of the same.
I know I got
Bits.
my gay cowboy boots.
So
on.
yeah, I'm gonna. How about I put this one out here and see what you guys, if it's on your radar. Lots
Right.
of charts.
Ooh.
Charts. So charts turn a good game bad.
Yeah, it stops and starts, and you got to flip to the chart and which chart's this and down the line. That to me pulls me out of the game a bit.
Yep. You got
I-
any
you know,
examples fresh in your mind?
Not in the top of my mind. I'll be honest, but if there's lots of them,
Yeah.
it just drags me straight out.
Yeah. Two that jumped to mind for me with that, as soon as you said that, were Spectre Operations and
Good point. Yeah, it's been ages since I played that.
Black Ops.
I was going to say Black Ops
Probably
was the one that sticks in my
that
mind.
might be one
Which
of the
are
reasons.
both great games for different reasons.
Yep.
But it's that flipping to the chart every time something happens.
I'll bring up. There
It
wasn't
shits me a
lots
little
of
bit.
charts, but do you reckon Tombstone?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it as a negative, but I think if we had just had that chart there, we would have been fine. But
Yeah.
it just pulls me out of it just for that little bit.
It's one of those things, when you learn the outcomes of the dice,
You'd
the
be
dice
fine.
differential, yeah,
I know,
you're
but
fine.
because we were still learning it,
Yeah.
I found every time...
time we rolled a dice, we'd have to
Yes.
check the chart. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
but
with you.
I think that one was I think I said it even in the review. I think that's an easy solve.
Yeah, just either learning it or having a quick reference card
Yep,
there. Yeah,
yep,
totally.
yep.
No, I get it. That's a good one. Charts.
Yeah. You guys want to drop one? We'll see if...
Off you go, Jacob.
Me? You sure?
Yep.
I don't want to steal yours. That's all.
No.
Oh,
got
he's-
lots.
He's confident. Look at that.
Oh, he's gone outside the box.
All right. So one that is getting my goat at the moment, and you talked about it with Blood Bowl a little bit before, is the games that come out in chunks. There's endless expansions that you have to buy.
Yep.
This bit to get the next lot of rules that do the next thing, that sort of stuff. I
So
want to be able
constant
to.
expansions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just sell me a game with rules in it, or better yet, give me the rules for free
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
sell me miniatures. Because
Yeah.
I'll buy
Ooh.
miniatures.
Yep.
Me and most 90% of gamers out there will buy miniatures.
Yep.
Well, interestingly, I was just to touch on that. I was chatting to one of the TDGA guys that's been posting up regularly. Wargame Wednesday, he's been calling it, Chris Reynolds. And interestingly, he hit the nail on the head. I said, wargamers, tabletop wargamers, whenever you're like producing a game to sell, you're selling a subscription service. And what you're doing is you get wanting people to buy into your product or your range, and then you want to constantly pump out models and them to subscribe and buy those models. And he's absolutely spot on.
I think that's one model you could follow. I think there's another model where you go, here is my rules, here are my minis, enjoy. And then down the track go, here is the next game I created. Instead of trying to milk the same IP by adding, these guys come out and their guns now do 3 damage instead of 2 damage.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You know?
But I was just thinking, like, when you're constantly releasing, say, minis, and the rules are in the with the minis, all right? That's very much we'll go Fantasy Flight.
Fantasy Flight, yeah.
All right? Tick in the box. That other one that you're bringing up is very Mantic-like. Because here's the rules.
Yeah.
Here's all the rules. Here's all the armies. And basically, there's the miniatures we've got until we eventually get around to making another range. But you can use whatever you want until the meantime. But does that one fit your
Yeah, no, totally, yeah.
criteria for
yeah.
that?
Blood Bowl is the one that really gets... Like, when new Blood Bowl came released, and we were like, new Blood Bowl. And then like, League rules are going to be in the first expansion in 6 months' time.
Necromunda was the same.
Fuck off. Necromunda's the same.
This actually touches on mine.
Yep.
Like, you've gone it in a different route. Mine was how the releases are sort of scheduled.
Yeah.
Where you're constantly getting new bits, but it's sort of... And then there's no consistent pattern.
Yeah. It's a computer game thing. Your DLC. They release 20% of a game.
Yeah.
The Star Wars games from... the Battlefront Star Wars games.
They've all
exactly
done it.
like
Total War.
You get like 3 maps and 2 game modes, and then a month later, $10 for the next map, and then $10 for the next map and next game
and it
mode.
just keeps going.
And you end up paying twice as much for a game instead of just... And it was a huge backlash, which is that they actually fixed that with Battlefield 5, the World War II one they released just before Christmas.
I know Total War had a few issues with that as
Total
well.
War's
I
the
think
same.
it was with Warhammer, people were really upset with how much content was in some of the DLCs for the price.
Yeah. But Battlefield 5, they said, buy the game, every DLC is free.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
It's going to take us 2 years, basically, the rollout.
Yeah.
We're going to keep pumping out content for this over the next however long. It's going to slow down eventually and stop, but you'll never pay another cent on this game unless you want to progress quicker through the levels, basically.
See, this little avenue he touches on a bunch. I put bad release schedules.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that one up was literally, remember 8th edition?
Oh, yeah, killed
We
it.
talked about Necromunda.
Yep.
And I don't want to pick on just GW here, but like they're just buzz killers, right?
Yeah.
No support. kind of
Well,
feel
hang on,
that
just-
sometimes touches on some
Yeah,
of that as well.
just
Kind
to-
of up to about 7 things. at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But just why G-Dub bashing, Corvus Belly did exactly the same. Probably that's where I kind of waned a bit. Was there's one year where they just focused on like tag pilots as their, so each month there was like tag pilot release.
Yeah.
The tag pilots are the dudes that drive the big stompy robots or
Yep.
battle suits really. And I was like, and it was because the mission packs were driven by tag centric missions, and were, in order for them to push the buttons and do stuff, the
You need-
pilot had to jump out and do it, right? So that's why they did it. But it almost killed for me, it took a lot of the buzz out of the game because they weren't focusing on other cool models that really needed to be developed rather than the tag pilots.
But CB shoot themselves in the foot by
Yeah.
releasing 10 kick-ass models every month.
Yes, that was a problem because they'd already built the hype up and built themselves up
Yeah.
to be this fantastic machine for producing models, and then to produce like, so for your month you got a tag pilot, you're like, really?
Yeah.
And then another month they released the comic book set of models, which you couldn't use in the ITS, the competitive element of the game.
Yep.
Which was again great that you released it, but a bit pointless.
Yeah.
So that's another example where another company, and by their own admission, they did say we dropped the ball that year.
Yeah.
Like, we just got it all wrong.
Yeah.
But for me personally, that's when they lost me.
Yeah. Well, Greg, what's your thing?
What's one of yours?
My biggest bugbear is, I guess, and some of the guys touched on it in our chat, is inconsistencies with the gameplay. So while it's maybe not necessarily power creep, but whenever you got a completely lopsided battle, and Jacob, you would know all about this with Last Days.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game that you keep talking
What are
about.
you talking about?
Oh, it was
Don't
another.
get me started.
Oh, there's another Malifaux game with the rat aids,
Rat AIDS.
which
yeah.
is still one, by the way. But still, it sticks in my mind that it was such a bad lopsided game, or at least to you it appeared that way. And
No, it wasn't lopsided. Just you didn't feel like you were actually. You knew what was going on. Yeah,
No, I knew
and-
what was going on. I was just getting pantsed.
But then you won.
Yeah. But I mean, like, there was just...
fluke the win.
Yeah. There was a couple of things in that game. But the way that list played was really gross. Like,
Yep.
it was just... He had 20 activations with rats that just kept spawning, and everything did damage every time. And, like, the whole thing was just disgusting.
Rat aids.
Right.
Yeah, it was rat AIDS.
Yeah.
And I think if you've used another example in the past where you've played a game of X-Wing and it was like, this does this, does this, does this, you're dead, I win, thanks very much, thanks for turning up. You're
Yeah.
like, what? What just happened?
Yeah.
I don't get it. And I think to me that's taken total fun out of what's supposed to be a fun experience.
Mm.
I think at least if you can go to a game, you go back to chess analogy, right? It's my brain against your brain. There's no, we're on a same level as far as our playing pieces are concerned. It's just up to how you implement your game plan, whether or not you win or lose. And to me, that to me is everything in a game.
So, more exploitable power imbalance? Is that what you're
Yeah,
thinking
totally.
about?
Like particular units that are just broken in inverted commas.
Yeah, like
Um,
skirmishing skinks with blowpipes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like 40k skinks.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely.
It was
Or
awesome.
that bloody stupid dinosaur thing you took in the, what do you call it? In the Storm of Magic that was
I might save my
unkillable.
lizards again now.
Yeah.
I might go back to lizards. I'm taking 2 now. Fuck yeah. I'm taking both shelves. I'm taking 6 shelves.
just don't take that monster, whatever it's called.
Yeah, he's on that
No,
shelf.
he's not.
Dread Saurian.
That's it, the Dread
Yes.
Saurian. God mighty. So yeah, Dread Saurian, that's a classic example. That was just unkillable. It was
Hit
like
you in like the
toughness
flank
10. It was toughness
and
10 wounds.
It was, yeah.
Does poison, flies.
Hilarious.
It didn't fly.
Level 4 mage. What is this thing?
Yeah, Teclis running around.
yeah.
I don't remember that. That's a different game.
Convenient.
He doesn't remember because he hid behind a building.
Yeah, that's
So
I
that
think he
was
on the other side of the
Yeah.
that was to use an example of a good game that was, or a couple of good games that were balanced. I thought Blood Bowl was balanced to an extent. It had its tiers, its A, B,
Yeah,
and C
tiers, yeah.
tiers.
tiered. I like the tiered. Like, be
But-
honest about it.
I've
At
got
least-
no problem
yeah.
with tiered games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least there was a semblance of balance there, and they tried to make it balanced, and I think they did a pretty good job. And I think Infinity, up until certainly I stopped playing, to a certain extent was balanced. There was always a unit in each army that was OP.
1+.
Yeah, which everybody knew, which majority of players used to take. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head because there was such a conceit in Infinity for such a long time that if you're losing games, it's not your list, it's you. And it's like, fuck off.
No, that's not right.
There are absolutely, positively good combos in Infinity. But Infinity players had their head up their ass for so long.
Totally.
Saying, oh no, ours is really balanced.
Just get the models that you like. Well, not really.
No.
There are some models that are
start
pants.
playing as assassins before they get their reboot, and it's disgusting. But my experiences aside, I totally agree with Infinity. There was a reasonable amount of balance.
A semblance of balance. Yep.
But if players wanted to, they could use those broken combos.
Yeah. Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's hard to get out of a game when you got that many special rules and,
Yes.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
So, yeah.
But you know what? Like, Rumble Slam is not balanced.
It's not
In
balanced,
any
but
way,
it's the greatest thing
shape,
that's
or
ever
form.
been invented.
But it doesn't need to be. Like, so it's not necessarily that balance is a key thing
this
that needed to be in
discussion
a fun
before,
game.
right? Where how important balance actually
Balance is an issue when you can exploit imbalance.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with Blood Bowl.
Which
There's
I
imbalance
find...
in Blood Bowl, but
Damn Wood Elves.
yeah.
I find gamers are particularly clever at exploiting.
I think a certain percentage are. There's plenty that are just... That model's cool.
I'm going to say 90%.
Yeah, I'm going to... That model's cool.
I would agree with that.
That's what I'm using.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
is it
no.
is it in a certain direction because we used to play like a lot of tournaments? It's skewed. Like if you took most people who are just garage gaming,
Yeah.
they're not going to tournaments. Are
No,
they
but
all that bad?
Yeah. No, I think it's
Yeah,
inherently...
they are. Let's just paint them all with one brush. They're all that.
Well, we don't.
The game's
We
based...
No, we're not.
Greg's is a
Greg's the
filthy
power
whore.
gamer, yeah.
He's a fucking whore. Yeah.
What?
Filthy lists. Yeah.
I've won one tournament in my life.
Taking Techless to
Techless.
tournaments.
Techless.
I have-
Oh my goodness.
Techless.
I didn't even win that tournament.
You know, the only reason I took the Dread Saurian was because I was sick of him rocking up with Techless.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what? That's even. He doesn't tell you that he had like the biggest, baddest dragon that the elves
Ever
had.
lived, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to take a knife to a gunfight. I'm bringing the Dread Saurian.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever beat you
Towed him up.
at fantasy ever. Maybe once
It's
or twice.
obviously the general. Like, obviously, the game had plenty of balance.
The only time I ever remember beating either of you was during that campaign.
Oh, in the tournament where I lost my shit.
Oh, that's right. When I beat you in the intra club.
I couldn't.
But that's because you
I was
wigged out on
kicking
the
ass.
table. Yeah.
I could not figure that table out. Where does the hill start?
Never forget that.
Where,
That was gold.
Where does the forest on this table start? Where do I put the skinks?
Wasn't it
Can
where
you see
hills?
me
You
there?
couldn't work out where the hills started and ended.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
It
of
was
the
that
realm of
G-dub
battle board, yeah.
Realm of battle board, and I completely lost my shit. Cost me the win.
I won that. That's a tournament I won.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
That is so class.
It wasn't good rolling dice on that table either.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was clanky and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it would have bounced.
it did.
Hmm.
And clank, but it was noisy too.
Yeah.
Hard plastic.
Mm.
PVC, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And look, aside from everything else, that's my biggest, by a shadow of a doubt, that's my ultimately
Yeah, all right. So,
biggest.
yeah, good games that go bad, though. Would you say, is X-Wing that example? You think X-Wing's a good game, but it goes bad when it's that power is
Yeah, totally.
exploited?
Yep. It goes bad every time I play my son. Because he wipes the floor with me with one
It's
particular...
just 'cause he knows the rules.
But he
Don't go
always
hard
takes...
on
him.
It's,
Read
it's
the
got to the
rules.
point where I've said to him, you can't take that ship. Because it's just not... You just kick my ass.
You've got comp in your house.
Yeah.
This is daddy's comp pack.
There's no point playing because I just auto win because you take that ship. Auto win. Right. Okay.
All right, so we have charts. We
I've
have
got charts.
exploitable power gaps, and what was mine again?
Like
Oh yeah, the release.
Yeah.
the releases,
Yeah.
and I put that had
Yeah.
delays and whatnot in releases and
All right.
whatnot because that's frustrating. Like what's the big giant super Star Destroyer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of annoying for a game when you're like you don't get a lot and you're like right, and then they go delay.
Yeah, they've had real issues with that
Yeah.
too. Like,
Well, it's still.
I heard they couldn't find a cargo ship big enough to
dude.
ship him across the ocean.
I've
Nice.
got 'em
That
on
was the
I'm
problem.
ready to go.
nice.
Yeah, I got them ready to go.
So any dishonorable mentions, lads, for things that turn good games bad?
Oh, look,
With
this is-
examples.
This is the easy
Muddy.
one. This is
with
the easy
examples?
one. Well, this writes itself.
Okay.
Rules clashing, and no FAQs to like help guide you through the process.
Yep. Classic example.
Classic example. Lizard Man book comes out. Predatory fighter. How the fuck's that work?
It works the way that disadvantages you every tournament. I
Yeah,
run.
that's exactly how. You know, like, so we got this rule that's apparently good, but all it did was hose us. Are you serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
But all those releases had, like, I think Dark Elves probably had some.
Yeah.
Yeah. High Elves were just broken as shit.
They were disgusting.
Just re-roll. Yeah, just re-roll it again, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you missed again? Yeah, let's have another go.
Yeah, that's why I never won a tournament with
You
them.
can never re-roll a re-roll unless you're high elves.
Unless
or
you're
you
high
just-
elves, and then you just
whatever,
keep rolling.
Just do it.
Just until you hit.
Yeah. It's on twos. You'll get one eventually.
Yeah, that. I think that's where you can. It's frustrating because you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
That kind of goes into mine. Next one is the lack of support after a release. And while I said I think it's good that companies release a game and minis and hey, here it goes, enjoy.
Yep.
But if then they go, well, you figure it out.
Yeah.
That's an issue for
no
me.
support for a game that's being played. But interestingly enough, I'll use the G-Dub example here. It's interesting when a company releases a game and it obviously gets a few bums in seats, right?
Yeah.
And then the company decides, we're a bit over that.
Yeah.
And they move aside, and then the community gets hold of it. Because there's a few, especially G-Dub systems off the top of my head, that are actually almost better off without them.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
without the support, they actually got better.
Because people that love it make it better.
They put the time and effort in to actually address the questions.
My example with lack of support probably after release, rules-wise at least, is Tombstone. That thing needs an FAQ big time.
Yeah.
So
What are they like on
or
the
and a
FBs?
fillable roster sheet
Yeah.
or an app or something. Just yeah.
To make it a bit more usable
Yeah.
in the current climate. Are they approachable on the old Facebook?
I haven't reached out to them. I'd much prefer to just bitch in my room to myself.
You know what? We'll have the apology section next.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I asked and they answered like in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the way,
They
Jacob.
sent me a link
thanks
to
for
the
that.
It's actually
mobile
on their
go,
Facebook page. All the sheets and shit.
Yeah. I will say companies that do this well is Modifius. They're really involved in the Fallout community.
Fanboy.
Yeah, no, I am. I'll put it right out there.
Yeah.
And players have questions and they'll be on. The designers will be on straight away. TT Combat's the same.
Yep.
The boys are in the Rumble Slam pages and all the time.
I had to hit him up with a question the other day for a certain event and got some positive feedback from them.
Yep.
So good.
That's great.
Yeah. All on the messenger.
Groovy. Any other dishonourable mentions, Greg?
I think I'm probably, again, X-Wing's guilty of this. And maybe this goes back to my first point.
You're so down on X-Wing, are you? Because you're losing.
Because I lose, all the time.
We need to tell your son 70-30. We didn't preach the
We
70-30.
Yeah.
We should film
Start
it,
listening to the
YouTube
cast.
him tossing dice around the kitchen.
God damn it. It's power creep. And I guess it's probably similar to what I said before, but the fact that the next unit is more powerful than everything else, you got to have it in order to even stand a chance. And that to me,
Star Wars Legion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, I don't know. I don't
know.
play it.
I haven't played it since.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Everyone's
Is that
loving
right?
Though.
Is it-
I've got to say, there's
Fantasy
a lot
Flight are doing it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of bums in seats for it though.
And there's even a conspiracy theory that's why the release schedule's been so spaced out. Get people buy the
new
unit, paint
shiny.
the unit,
And then
get
blitz
up,
it.
and then
Give them a bit of time.
give them a bit of time. The
And
next
then,
one comes
oh,
out.
we got new super stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You forget about the stuff. You just push it to the back of the shelf.
Yeah, get the new shinies. Oh, with the new cards and new abilities, and
Yeah.
Because
And you can use
And
those
again,
cards on other.
I'm only on the
units,
edge of the
right?
community there,
Yeah.
but I'm looking every time new releases come out, all the tournament lists, and I like looking at tournament lists. Just
Yeah.
all have the new stuff in. Yeah. I like seeing what people take.
What's in a tournament list? Like, just out of curiosity, like, say Imperial, because that's generally where I go.
Imperial goes two ways.
Yeah.
Usually, you have your double AT-ST.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Sick. It'll look cool, but that's
It would
theming.
wipe the floor with that
That's
amulet.
theme.
Double ATSTs, speed bikes, usually Vader for area control views for
Yeah, because he's
that
slow as
stuff.
fuck.
Well, the other one is
Can you
just,
put him on a speed bike? That'd be good.
No, thank God.
Fantasy flight.
Choking people off the speed bike.
His one weakness is lack of mobility. Really.
Yeah, they should sort that out.
Well, yeah, he'll get
Then
You get a speed boost.
Then
yeah.
I could just call him the Dreadsorian.
And the other way is it's snow troopers. Lots and lots of snow troopers.
Really?
Troopers,
Yeah.
why? They were,
Well, they're, I forget what the rule is. Relentless. They can do an extra move after they shoot or something like that.
oh, right. So they're double moving.
Yeah, and with aiming and like they're good shooting and moving again after shooting and things like that. Like they're very powerful.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, having worked on Delta 10, I think, and we've looked at obviously we're looking at expansions and ways to increase the factions and whatnot.
We're working on the pony edition first, though, right?
That's it. Yeah.
No,
Sick.
it was a kitten edition.
Yeah, ponies versus kittens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Two factions.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the second Kickstarter.
sell too.
Fuck that would fly off the shelves.
Butterflies as well.
Yeah, I've got my resignation. papers
Laser
sitting here.
frickin' beams.
But just getting back to it, that we've been careful with balance, and we've got a list in the background of different weapons and equipment and whatnot, and you don't ever want to lose sight of the balance. And I look at something like Legion and just the way that the amount of cards you get, and I do question how you can retain balance when you got so much extra stuff with every single release.
Yeah.
That how the hell do you manage to retain that core balance? And the answer is you can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
But do you want to?
Well,
FFG aren't.
They're not silly.
They're
They know what
the-
they're
but
doing.
then
They're there to sell models.
if
Yeah.
you're trying to play it
They're
as
not
a
there to
tournament,
fuck a spider.
if you're there to play as a tournament system, which
Yeah.
they are, they've got tournament packs
Yeah.
out there, and there's different tiered. It's a no-brainer because everyone's going to take the shit hot, awesome stuff.
Yeah, same as Corvus Belli. There's a reason their new models are cool with great rules. So you buy them and put them in your list. Like
It's funny too because I think we said this before, where we used to give G-Dub so much shit.
Yeah.
And all these other companies are literally doing with the famous Legion box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to buy two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was 4.
Is it 4 now?
It's 4.
Is it 4?
No,
No,
it's
yeah,
two.
800 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
They-
4 boxes.
They just get a pass
Yeah, because they're not G'd up.
because they're not G'd up.
yeah,
That is the only reason.
But yeah, as Greg said before, it's a subscription model.
yeah.
These companies want you to keep buying
Stuff.
stuff for the game.
Yeah.
Rather than give you something new, they just want you to slightly change something, make it a bit better, get you to put your hand in your wallet.
Well, yes and no. I suppose that the whole subscription thing is more a case of just the base element is you're buying into a game either because of aesthetics, the gameplay, the innovation, or maybe all three. Maybe.
Yeah.
So you're buying into that because you enjoy it. That's what your escapism, and you're enjoying that as
Yeah.
your pastime. They release a new model, and then you get that because whether it's good, bad, or indifferent is not the point of the subscription point of view. It's the fact that you've already invested in this scenario, this setting, or this gameplay, or whatever
Yeah.
it might
But
be.
if
Oh,
the
but yeah,
model's
you-
no good,
You can't go backwards ever, though.
you just said earlier that a lot of guys in gaming are very.
Oh no,
I
you
want
gotta.
the best
That's
model.
assuming. That's assuming. With a subscript, what I mean by that is that's assuming a level playing field for all releases.
Yeah.
That's I wasn't saying it's a subscription basis based on the new model being the new shiny and the best ever, and it wrecks face.
Yep.
That wasn't my point. My point was that it's you're invested into that setting and that
Yeah.
game system.
Yeah, okay.
That's your subscription.
I still
That's
think
your
there's a
buy-in.
reason they go Rebel Troopers, then Rebel Pathfinders, then,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Rogue One Troopers.
yeah. Look,
It escalates.
it's worked with G-Dub. Let's be honest. So
Well, it seems to be working realistically with every company so far that we've been discussing.
it's a tried hard and fast business model, and it works. Because we're gamers. Going back to that 90% of gamers want to get the
Get
win.
the win.
What's the big super heavy? You know the big super heavy tank in Legion, the one that had all the the code.
The massive name.
The GR7
Is that any?
VCRX.
Is that?
Rock
Yeah,
and
yeah.
roll. Super happy fun
LGBTQIA2 plus hashtag smiley
Oh,
face.
Greg's got his notes there. You go.
Oh, here we go.
Carry
Here we
on.
go.
Oh, hang on.
Is that in any of the tawny lists?
I think it's only recently come out, hasn't it?
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
actually
Yeah,
looked
no,
at
it's-
it for a while.
Yeah, it's just recently come out. It hasn't
All right.
Yeah.
hasn't been out for long.
Another dishonorable mention from me,
Ooh.
and this might sound weird, given what we're talking about. Lack of replayability.
Which games are you thinking?
All right. So this might apply more to board games or board constrained miniature games.
Yep, yep.
But I'm thinking if there wasn't a league mode in Blood Bowl, it
Yep.
would be shite.
It's a sports game though. Yeah.
Walking Dead All Out War,
Rumble Slam would be the same.
Rumble Slam is the same.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you're going.
Walking Dead All Out War. I mean, you play half a dozen games of that in a couple of months, and you're like, it's the same thing over and over again. I feel there's a lack of replayability about some of these games, and I think.
But is that really any different to like a 6x4 us playing Warhammer? Which
That was the very
it's
next
the
thing I was
same
going to
thing,
say.
man. And so you end up buying just new stuff.
But why do we keep playing
Spice it
6x4
up.
battle lines?
Well, because the tournament
That was
told
the
us
tournament,
to.
yeah.
It's the ITS of
And
the Warhammer world.
To me, I think I've gone so far beyond that I want to do
Yeah.
cool narrative shit. Every time I put
Yeah.
minis on the board, I don't want to just line up and shoot you. I want there to be a fucking time bomb, and Jack Bauer was coming in to save the day, and we've got to cover his exit and get to the chopper, and you've got hundreds of militia coming in. Like that's the game I want to play. I don't want to play.
Well, you could do that
You know,
in all those games that you listed, except for maybe the sports ones.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously a little bit harder to
Yeah.
do. But you said Walking Dead. You could throw in any kind of variable for that.
yeah,
You could try. You got to capture someone who's running around like a certain way.
yeah. I'm gonna disagree. I
No?
think mechanically, Walking Dead's very fixed. I don't think it lends itself to scenarios as well because of the way the zombies work. It's
Let's test it out.
well. Here's Negan.
The board game.
Yeah, where's that?
I've got it on the shelf.
That's what I mean. Maybe
We
maybe
crack
Greg
it
should
open?
buy it, and we should crack it open. And
I'll crack it open. No, I'll crack it open.
no, but you know what I mean. Like if that's going to take that mechanic and turn it into that scenario sort of game, or is that more of a board game? I can't.
That's a
remember.
board game.
All right.
It's a co-op too.
Co-op board game. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not then. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel mainly because of the way the zombies work, mainly because of the way the threat tracker works, and that's such an integral mechanic in the game.
Yep.
As soon as you get away from that, something I always say, as soon as games deviate from their core mechanic too much, they break down.
What if, like, I'm just trying to think Walking Dead. What if you had, like, someone you had to capture, both sides trying to capture the individual, and
Yeah.
whichever way the closest zombie goes, that's the direction they move away from.
Yeah,
And you had to try and capture them. That was the whole scenario.
you could do that,
Rather than putting just loot.
but then you just run Michonne into my guys. You know what I mean? Like, there's no. What's the strategy there? The strategy's there. You still just kill the other guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a loot market that moves around.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical on Walking Dead.
No,
Like,
go
it's
for it.
at
Go
its
for it.
core, it's a good
game.
solid game.
Nice, simple game.
But
Yeah.
yeah, as I said, I think for me it lacks that replayability. They want to crack it out
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep.
Hmm.
I do want to crack it out soon though.
I know.
It was the TX-225 GAVW Occupier Combat Assault Tank.
That's why we keep you around.
Yep.
Just,
Just the whole phonetic in there. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, dudes? Or
Is that in your source books? Is that like listed like that in your source books?
I haven't seen it in any of the Fantasy Flight Systems.
I'm calling
Because
shenanigans on this.
It only appeared in Rogue One. That was the first time we saw it.
Is that the one that drives up that strip
Yeah,
when the ninja
yeah.
guy goes and does all the Jedi like stuff, but he's a ninja, the blind guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
That was a great scene.
Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
that Asian Jedi ninja-y stuff with the temple. It
Yeah.
was cool.
If
Well,
we're,
I loved it because he was the first real Force user that wasn't a Jedi. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah. But he wasn't
that in the mainstream.
he wasn't
movies.
super he wasn't doing crazy flips and
Yeah.
moving mountains and all that. It was good.
Yeah.
It showed that there's a level, much more spectrum.
It shows that the Force flows through everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some
And
people
everything.
can just access it. Yeah.
just to update you,
Okay.
so the Unicorn Rescue Society, the card game, is currently sitting at 14,769 Australian dollars.
Stretch goal of
And
target of, sorry.
And it needed 14,336. So it is backed. It's successful.
So it's at 10 grand American.
So it's not just a card game, right?
64 hours to go. It's a card
full-
game. No, it's a card game. Yep.
How does a card game need 14?
I'm surprised you're asking so many questions because I know for a fact we were chatting during the week and you said you backed it.
I told you, man.
I see.
I haven't got my cat poo.
If I was going to launch a Kickstarter for a card game, I think I'd only need about 3 grand.
I know. This is what I'm. So have
Not
they
that I've
actually
done
got-
the math.
Have they got the cards already done, like in the show? You?
I imagine it's a pre-order. I haven't read it, but I'm guessing.
Got some expensive artists.
Yep. So 3 things that turn a good
Unicorns.
game bad. Unicorns. Cats.
Yes.
Ponies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although in saying that, as I was saying before the show,
Banging
I did
aliens.
check out.
Yeah, baby.
I did check out the Pony Blood Bowl team, and at first impressions, you just go, "What?" But then one pony has got a chainsaw,
That's awesome.
which all of a sudden turns
I'm
it.
actually
It
back-
makes
I'm gonna
it
back it
okay.
It's got a change. Yeah,
It makes it okay.
Is that for your Blood Bowl slogan? You're going to... Well, Greg's called
Well,
the Wood Elf, so you may
Oh,
as well
you know
go
what?
With
As
that-
much as I rip on these pony ideas and what, this is a great way. Like, if your kids are even remotely, you want to hang out and play with your kids, it's pretty cool.
Didn't I say something about a van with free candy written on the side of it?
Yeah.
It's so dodgy, man.
If you got your kids and they're
And
that's the age.
here's the danger, though, right? So, right, fast forward, okay? You get the Pony Blood Bowl team, right? And your daughter loves Blood Bowl. It's fantastic. This is the best thing ever,
Takes
right?
it to the tournament.
No, worse than that, right? So, and you're like,
Worse.
this is cool. I'm playing with my daughter. Playing Blood Bowl with my daughter. That's brilliant. Don't even have to worry about 70-30 because the game's so balanced. It just works itself out. This is wicked, right?
Yeah.
You come home, house is burning down, and your daughter says, "Hey, Dad, I really need my Pony Blood Bowl team. That's it. Could you get that for me, please?" And that's the one thing you can get.
You have to do it.
Couldn't quite get there.
And you come out with armfuls of two.
Fire was everywhere. I tried to fight my way through it, but it was closing in around me.
So that's why you don't get the Pony Blood Bowl team.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
That's
Talking-
not the reason you don't get the
No,
Pony
it's
Blood
not the
Bowl
reason.
team. Jesus Christ.
It doesn't take long to repaint a freaking pony Blood Bowl team. I hopefully my Kickstarter comes in soon too with all the Greek stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, it should be here hopefully by this month. So that'd be cool.
All right, well, I think we've officially finished talking about the 3 things that make a good game go
I
bad.
think so.
We might do another post.
Yeah. Listeners,
Listeners.
what annoys you about?
And don't say
Games.
other players, because we know.
Yeah.
We know that, okay?
Social contract isn't always signed by both parties.
That's it.
apparently.
If you play with a chump who's win at all costs, just don't play with him anymore. That doesn't wreck the game. That just wrecks your game you're currently playing.
That's a good point. It
Yeah.
just ruined that particular. It didn't ruin the
The
game.
game.
It just ruined that particular game.
Yeah. Good. Well said. Well said, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. All right. Any other bits? So we might just leave it there, gents.
Tapped out. Yeah.
So I believe there's some things going around that we might want to mention.
I would
Some
just
events.
quickly like to jump in, if I may. First thing,
You may.
Brisbane Bash, 21st July, Kalanga Tavern.
Be there or be square.
Rumble Slam for all the Rumble Slam lovers out there. Or if you're curious, come on down and hit the Kalanga Tavern, throw some dice and have a good time.
I want to know, is Greg taking Keel Hall?
I might take that winning combo again.
You cheese lord.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
He's cool.
I
Do
believe
it.
you should challenge yourself.
Ah,
And at the very least, take different superstars. I'm not taking the same superstars.
Are you not taking the same superstars?
Nope, not at all. I'm still taking the entertainer.
he's upgraded. He's
still taking
got-
Entertainer,
okay,
though.
He thinks he's
As if you
worked out
take
a combo.
Gamora without an entertainer. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
But like the werewolf is awesome.
Well, I'm thinking enchilada
Yeah.
and tartan.
oh, Tartan.
Oh, the dick punch.
The dick punch. Yeah.
Yeah. And that just sounds good to say it when you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
When you're rolling it up.
He's going to do his
here comes the
low
big
blow.
punch.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is good though. Tartan is amazing.
I haven't used. He's still sitting on
Is
the
that not
resin sprue.
what's the
I haven't-
dwarf called then?
That's Lord.
Ah, right.
Lord of
okay.
Anarchy.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took him last
Oh,
time.
no, he's
Yeah.
a beast.
He is ridiculously good.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I might go.
So you haven't got him out yet? So he's still no tartaned?
Oh, I lost his base. Spewing.
Do you need a base? I've got a spare one.
I'll need a base eventually.
All right,
yeah.
I'll go one. All right. I've got another event.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell us
Arkham
more.
Assault, 18th of August, for all the Batman lovers.
Will my Joker crew be in yet?
I have no dates for that. However, it is up on my distributor, but no price, which means it's not there. So I'm literally waiting for it to arrive.
Okay.
I have been holding off on an order for them for like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
waiting for this to turn up because it's literally, I can see it. And I just dropped $600 to them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm over it. Just send me what I can get.
Yeah.
Yep. So it is coming, but yeah, no.
That's not for you personally. That's stock for your store, right?
Yeah. Well, some of it I'm gonna the last lot I got, I took Gorilla Grodd and the Shaman, and I just pulled that aside because I'll
Yeah.
use those later. Central City Villains crew.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyone interested in Batman, make sure August 18 you are down at the Kalanga Tavern. Come down. I don't think I'll be there at this point. I've got a lot of other stuff on, but JT and the Bruce Meister will be there running that sort of shindig. I'm just sort of putting it out for everyone.
Very nice.
Is that a Sunday?
I think I think both events are Sundays.
Sundays. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Village Days Sunday. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So tickets at davesgames.com.au. They're featured, so they're on the front page. Just click, and they're only like $10 entry.
Choice.
Get your game on.
Greg, you got anything coming up?
Nothing.
Oh,
That was good.
I thought there was a big build there. I thought he's looking like he might actually say something.
We do have, and it's still a long ways off. We know.
We have another event though.
Okay.
Your one,
My one.
our podcast one.
Yeah, the podcast one.
Yeah.
That's not till October 20th, so it's still a ways away.
Which I have been cleared for leave.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
actually thinking I'm going to take the whole block off too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll just quickly jump in
Yeah.
so you can finish off the PSG event.
Yep.
Taking the little fella to the wrestling at the
Yeah,
Brisbane
meant to ask about
Entertainment
that.
Centre. Ooh, yeah. For his birthday, because his birthday is literally at the end of the month. So it worked out absolutely perfect.
I hear
Wicked.
Ric Flair's in hospital.
Well, he is like 70, and he's took a lot of bumps.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was in hospital. I don't know if he's been checked out though.
Oh, okay.
He went in again. Yeah.
Poor dude.
When's the wrestling?
So it starts in Sydney, I believe, the 21st. Then it goes
Of this month?
No, October.
Okay, October.
And then
Yep.
22nd, it's in Brisbane, and then Melbourne, I believe, the 23rd.
Bloody hell, that's
3 shows.
Whirlwind.
3 days.
that's mental.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you know how big Australia is?
Good, freak good.
Hey?
Do you know how big Australia is? Like,
Well, it's interesting. Like you go
yeah,
middle,
start in the middle,
and back to the top.
north and south.
But obviously Sydney.
Yeah,
No south.
yep.
Premier state. And they won the soccer too, so this could be a big year.
Speaking of which, state of origin,
I know.
who you backing?
What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
What's it? I don't see anything. What? What are you on about?
I thought that was a Waratahs jersey.
Well, I don't watch rugby though. I've got no idea what those guys are doing. 1 minute they're kicking the ball on the ground, next minute they're kicking it in the air.
What they're doing is giving us an entertaining and strategic game. Not just run, kick.
Run, hit,
run,
hit, get up, run, hit, get up, run, hit, get up.
In that, the Swans aren't doing as well this year,
Yeah.
but they're on an actual proper rebuild. And took Geelong almost to and they're league leaders, and the Swans are 15th, so they're doing all right.
Well, the news out of Brisbane Roar is that Robbie Fowler's going to pull some strings from his old mates in England, and we could look for a couple of...
And get a proper team.
Get maybe an ex-Liverpool striker.
Ooh.
Coming
You're going to get
us.
a proper team.
No.
How about
Because we're not playing in a proper league.
Sydney FC, motherfucker.
how about the old Champions League?
Oh,
What a result
what a
that was.
cracker.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The game
no
was
idea.
shit, but it was a
Yeah.
good result.
But
Oh, what was
g-
it?
getting there, it's
Is
the
that the one
journey.
is that the one with the
That's
chick
the one
that ran
Jono
across?
spoiled for me.
Is that the one with the chick ran across?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
She was hot.
What?
Yeah, she's fit.
Is it on YouTube?
Does she actually? She's not wearing. All I saw was the photo. She's still semi-dressed.
Yeah.
but
So this would have been
not
a
very
Spanish
much dressed.
chick, wouldn't it have been? Because it was played in Spain.
Oh, I don't know. She didn't look very Spanish.
Dude. If that's a Spain's rocking,
You know what? It was interesting.
I'm going over to play Infinity.
They the Matildas played the Netherlands on Friday,
Oh,
and the Netherlands smashed us, which is a
soccer.
surprise. Yeah, but they
Yeah.
played it in Eindhoven, and the stadium was full, sold out for a
Really?
women's international
mate,
friendly,
there's sports crazy over there.
which is great. Oh, we were stoked. Like, I mean, we get good crowds from Matildas here, but they're still playing in like suburban parks.
They wear the orange, right? They do wear the orange.
The Matildas.
No.
No, the Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I was on my wedding anniversary, when we went through, I was just making sure that it is the orange. Mate, there must have been a game on, and they were like through the streets, just it was just a sea of orange.
Yep.
And then I turned the TV on at the hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh crap! What's that?
That was
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sea of pink or
Yeah.
brown.
What are you doing?
Well, yeah.
It's just on the TV.
Back in the day, there used to be RTL.
news.
Back in the day, used to be RTL on, which was the German channel.
Yeah, the Germans.
RTL 1, RTL 2.
Oh, my God.
And Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Yep. You just
See,
whack it on, 10
you
o'clock, anytime after 10 o'clock.
He never understood our pain of having to sit through
SBS.
SBS
Yes.
The Friday
all
night.
night just to get a glimpse of maybe a tit. You got the good stuff.
I remember
You
you'd get the TV guide, TV week every week, and you'd flick through Friday night erotic
Oh,
ghost
what?
story. Yes.
I wasn't that desperate. I didn't go through I just turned it on and just sat there waiting. I wasn't
I had
intelligent.
to plan
enough.
these things.
Now, sorry, I've completely derailed this. Let's go back to the PSG.
Oh yeah,
event.
PSG event. We're planning this. Still trying to get the games right. Thanks for all the interesting feedback. We're really keen to hear what you want from an event. And we just want to really absolutely make clear, if you're coming to this event to win it, you're coming for the wrong reason. Okay?
If you're coming to eat some awesome food at the Kalanga Tavern and hang out with me
Order
at the
it before
Kalanga,
Brad.
Order before Brad, yeah.
and hang out with me at the Kalanga KFC,
Yeah.
then you're coming to the right
So I
place.
had a couple of messages from people saying, it sounds like a fun event, but, you know, if I don't know all the game rules, I don't want to disappoint my opponent and
Don't
play
worry.
slow and that
We
sort of
don't
stuff.
know them either.
That's the whole point. It's if you come and you play 3 great opponents and you have a good time,
That's it.
that's what we want. It's not that you come and smash and we crown the ultimate game. There won't even be a prize for first place. Let's just put that out there right now.
Yeah.
There'll be a prize for most people who do shots off Brad's ass cheeks.
Oh.
First person to hit someone with a chair at the rubble team table. That's got to be a
No, it's got to be a sledgy.
Get the sledges!
I was just talking about that with the missus. I was like, how's the little fella going to go if we're at the wrestling and the little Jono replicas there going, fucking hit him with a hammer.
Hit it with a sledgy!
And she said, whatever goes on there is fine. Just don't bring it back to the house. So, like, as long as he's not running
Yeah.
around the house trying
Trying to
to
find a hammer.
hit the daughter with the sledgehammer, we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like a
Nice.
plan. I like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sounds
back
good.
to the 20th. Yeah. All good.
That'd be
all
fun.
good.
It'd be fun. So yeah, don't stress it. And look, we're gonna have cheat sheets on the table. We're gonna put all the games we're playing have freely available online rules. So it'll link to all the rules. All the models will be explained. It will be just a fun day of some casual stuff. So come and enjoy it. And we'll get the tickets up on davesgames.com.au and we finalize all the details.
Yep, easy. Cool.
Cool. All right.
Good bananas.
Any final words,
It's good
Greg?
bananas.
No, all good.
Mr. Muddy?
Awesome.
All right. That's all from us tonight. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to Power Stance Gaming Podcast. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean. Subscribe and review. You know you love us.